It's your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth.
And Sadal.
And Stanton, baby.
Because when it's about sports,
It becomes our business.
And business done already picked the hell up.
Man, I don't know, man.
We ain't even making
man,
it.
hey, I just heard some stuff. I'm like, are you serious?
But I was with him until
we will discuss this in a minute. But first, we want to bring back to the show.
I mean, come on.
It's been a long time, but she's back. She's not a native. She ain't a citizen. She is family. She took over my spot for a minute when I was gone. Was it 2 shows y'all did together?
Yeah, that
Something
was
like
that was a tough run.
Yeah.
Trying to manage the two of them.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I see
now.
what you go through.
But
I'm okay.
she is back.
Are you?
She is representing
Did you hear what you just said? I mean, trying to keep a straight face through those takes.
She
I don't
is.
even know if that's a hot take. That's a...
Bro, you true. I don't care. I'm going to say it.
It's like a burnt Cheeto take.
I'll save it.
Burnt Cheez-It take.
I'll save it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't disrespect the extra toasty.
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice you hear, she's back.
Talking
2-time from St. Louis Slam representative, Miss Annie Greer. What's happening?
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hopefully, after Saturday, I'll be the 3-time champion.
There we
how
go.
Smooth built that all the way up.
That's
He
the
just came
goal.
in. Hey.
Hey.
Now what's that? Hey.
Yeah, so the last time she was here, I said on the pre-show on Facebook, like, hey, we didn't have all this going on. We didn't have these new microphones going and stuff. We was going in and out a lot of times. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
hold on.
man, it
Went up here.
Like
here.
this, and then you right what we're saying.
But
Yeah,
now,
like an old school kung fu movie.
Right.
you hear that?
Right.
All that stuff.
You don't want to me.
Smack it up.
Flip it.
Flip it.
Down. Oh, no. All of you all are some haters.
Okay, I really can't tell if you saying words or just moving your mouth. Like, you got to say some words. Just moving your mouth. You just look like you have something stuck on your gums. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on.
We're going to have a fun show. But for those who have not seen you before, let everyone know who you are, who you be, where you come from, who you representing.
Representing the St. Louis Slam, which is the only professional football team left in St. Louis.
Say it again.
The only professional football team left in St. Louis. We are a women's tackle football team and the Women's Football Alliance. That's the league that we play in. So, and the championship is this Saturday in Denver, Colorado. So we're heading out early in the morning by bus and making our way out there to get our three-peat with an intermission since we took the 2018 season off. Or the 2016-2017 champs.
How long is the bus ride?
Oh, it's gonna take us 2 days. We're stopping.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing that all the way through. Gotta be fresh, man.
And
Altitude,
now I know
no joke.
there were some people who may not have seen the pre-show, but tell people how many people are in the league.
So there are 62 teams in the WFA. It's the largest women's professional football league, and there are over 2,100 players between the 3 divisions.
And when was the last time y'all lost a game?
May of 2017.
That's a long ass
April
time.
2017, yeah. So far, we're undefeated. We're 10-0 right now. So.
And then
It's the fact that you had to think about that.
right.
Right, yeah. Took me a while.
Like legit think about man, when the last time we lost?
Right. And that year we only lost 1 game, and that was to Chicago. So.
And then also, as we talked about on Facebook, with this being your last year, you're retiring. Take us through your mindset for those watching on YouTube. Take us through your mindset of knowing that these last couple of games are your last games forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
I think it's just enjoying every moment, and to have a chance to have my final game be for a national championship is really special. I think most athletes wish that they could end their career in that way. So yeah, it's a really unique opportunity to have my last game be for a national championship. And as I was saying in the pregame show, like this team is just really special. At every position, we have all stars and like the most amazing football players that I've ever had a chance to watch as someone's followed football for a long time. So it's really exciting.
Yeah.
And the games will be streamed on YouTube as well if you're interested in watching us play.
Yeah, and I know we said on a pre-show, Sadal and I couldn't make it out because we had a lot of gigs during the time you had games, but we definitely still want to support with you. Without you being there in person, we still want to support, still want to collab on some things with our show and with the football team. But for those who don't know about it, now you know. There's no excuses. You know that we have a professional women's football team in the Lou. Ain't no little rinky-dink stuff. Oh, my nail hurt. Nah.
There ain't no lingerie.
They coming for it.
No.
This is full pass.
They coming.
I mean, you've been to a game before.
Oh, man, I enjoyed it. I had a good time, man. And
Stanton came, but he couldn't stay in the rain, so.
Actually, I left.
So you saying that?
I was like, ain't
no new addition.
I want to say he ain't no new addition.
With 2 minutes left, they didn't
or
want
Missy Elliott either, you know.
Right.
what I'm waiting for with 2 minutes left, and it was just a manslaughter. I ain't trying to be a witness in that trial. Hell no, I got out of there.
Shouts
Did you
out.
see what happened? Nope.
Shouts out to Brian Baker. He says that's what's up. Good luck in Colorado, Annie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
So
stay off the weed
until after y'all win.
Right.
After you retired, you know.
Right. No recreation until after the game.
You know, they say marijuana is a great way to delay the onset of cataracts and other things.
I'm not really concerned with cataracts, but thank you. Appreciate
No one
it.
ever is until it happens.
All right. So
Cataracts,
now
the silent killer.
I know.
Just like mesothelioma.
I know in like other sports like boxing, they tell their athletes, men and women, about do not have sex, until after whatever.
What?
Yeah, for real.
Where we going with this, man?
Seriously, man. Seriously.
We had the Ancestor show last week.
Show right now.
Last week we
May
had the
wanna-
Ancestor show.
May want to tune out.
And
for a
crime,
minute.
and crime minds want to know the PG version. Do the coach tell y'all don't do anything, wait, or it just whatever?
No, at this point in the season, it's pretty much you do what you've been doing all year. So whatever you've been doing as an individual, we're 10-0 right now. So obviously,
Keep on doing.
whatever you've been doing is
Keep on doing. You don't do what you doing, man.
whatever you've
You don't do what you doing, dog.
don't change anything. And I mean, athletes are really superstitious anyway.
Keep it on.
So there's a whole bunch of people who, got the same things that they wear every day, the same thing that they eat before every game. So really, especially with playing on the road, it's about how close can you get to your average routine while on the road is the trick. So yeah, people don't like to do anything different. I remember the other day we were taking a picture before we went out, and
Hold up, y'all out of order.
no, one of
Arrange yourself.
one of the big dogs was like, I can't be in it. I've never been in a pregame picture before, and like made sure she was out of camera shot. So
Did
yeah.
she dive out right before the flash went off?
Right. So people are really, superstitious. So at this point, it's not about
Are you?
avoid this or that. I'm not too superstitious, but let me see. One of my, I guess, in-season superstitions is that this is gonna sound so nasty, but whatever. It's my last game.
Oh, hell.
I don't clean my mouthpiece once the season starts.
Okay.
But you
That's not that.
still brush your teeth, right?
I brush my teeth, but
Okay, cool. Because if you didn't do that
But-
either, that's a funk ass.
I mean, I'm just saying a mouthpiece gets pretty nasty over the course of a season. And that's one of my superstitions is I don't clean.
I say she
I
ain't
don't
brush
clean
her
my
teeth
mouthpiece.
or clean the mouthpiece. That mouthpiece is the dictionary definition of halitosis.
I was a little bit superstitious, when I played baseball.
Yeah, what was yours? What was your superstition?
I had to sit on a certain spot on the bench. I had to. There's a way I position myself when I swing. I always had to have my chin on my shoulder. You know, it was like a mechanical thing, so I won't turn my head out of the swing. And I had to like take 3, you know, little practice swings before I wind up. I had to do it.
Gotcha.
Had to. Didn't help me hit anything. But
Did it work?
didn't work, but it was just me.
You should have changed it up then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
After game one, it ain't working.
Hold on. I got this situation that didn't work.
You should have tried 2.
But I couldn't turn away from it.
So.
You know,
all right,
turn
so
away from it.
I also played.
Maybe it was a habit. I don't know.
I also played softball, and my routine. I always had to make sure I do certain routines in regards to exercises. I would do certain. I forgot what you call them, like jump ups, whatever. Just certain workout things that I would do every game to make sure that I was loose and ready. I would have a certain routine going to the plate. I will hit the plate. I hit each side of the plate and do it. Make sure I hit it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And like that means I'm ready. You know, I'm in the zone. So that was my thing. Stan, did you have any kind of routine, like maybe before, sports wise or singing wise?
Oh,
performance wise.
We doing both of them?
Okay. Well, so, I don't know your sports background.
When I was playing basketball when I was younger, I always wore this. I wore the same shirt. Of course, I cleaned it, but I always wore the same shirt, and I always had one sock that was higher than the other. At first, it was just on accident, but then it started working, and I was like, well, forget it. Leave it down there. So that was for basketball. With baseball, there was this rock at the field that we played at. It was a big rock. I always touched that rock. And then one day, they moved the rock. And I was like, what the? I was a little kid. I'm like, okay, cool. That was the day I got popped behind home plate as a catcher.
Oh, boy.
This kid, this grown-ass man kid, ran clean into me. And my mama said her sunglasses lens popped out the minute it happened, and she caught it. And I'm like, huh? So, always touch the rock for baseball, same shirt, and one sock lower than the other for basketball. And for performances, I always got to have 2 crowned apples and cranberry.
For me, DJing, my drink to get ready, my party starter, is usually some honey whiskey and ginger ale. Then I'm ready. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go. The party about to start.
DJ, I don't have any drink. I don't drink, but I do. But what I have, it's like kind of like a good luck charm. I have like a little 2 things. I have a little Prince button like on the little side of the thing. Yeah, a little Prince button. And I have like a little football helmet.
That you rub.
And there's a football. I got a little like a plush sticker football helmet on my. You seen those?
I've seen those. I was wondering what that was there for. I thought it was just for your little.
And I just kind of like, you know, tap on it and stuff and get in the zone.
He be in the zone, man. You can catch him every Sunday.
Well, your sports things didn't work. How are your gigs going? Do we need to change it?
I was going great.
Okay.
Going great.
You be killing them in lyrical therapy, boy.
All right.
I just did Hello Jazoo with Drea Vocals wedding reception, man.
Congratulations.
It was live.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, y'all.
Awesome.
I'm mad I was out of town, man. Speaking of out of town, I know, you know, I guess it's sports related because the Saints play there. Prayers up to New Orleans.
Yes.
They are flooding again.
Oh, no, man.
And a tropical storm is headed their way, too.
Wow.
So, yeah. We just left from that Monday. And then I'm looking all on the news. I'm like, wow.
So shouts out to Who Bangin' Sports Talk. He says, what's up, fellas? I'm back for some more of it. Welcome back. DJ Big Boss, he says, what up, though? I guess his thing is a drink and a blunt. It's mandatory before any time you have to perform. Do your thing, bro.
Whatever works for you, man.
Do your thing.
I wasn't going to mention the weed, but no. And then one more thing. Before every lyrical therapy, on the way there, I have to play "Show Me What You Got" by Jay-Z.
Boom,
Because that's one of the hottest beats.
boom, boom. Hey.
Good thing I know that.
Even though it's technically
Good thing I know that. That's a
sampled.
little inside knowledge now.
I got it one time.
I can use that now.
And we do have the same playlist in the locker room before every game, too.
There you go.
Now I know a bunch of songs I've never heard before since I don't listen to the radio.
So your team has a collection of, would you say, is it a lot of different ethnicities.
We're pretty white and black.
I feel like I've been to it's either one or the other.
We're pretty representative of St. Louis.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we're white and black. Yeah.
Wait, Representative of St. Louis.
DJ Big Boss says hashtag save the Big Easy. And then Chelsea Vincent, you know Chelsea?
Man, go watch clips.
Uh-oh.
Go watch clips of
She
Chelsea.
didn't even finish the sentence, man.
Right, man.
Let me. I'm just telling you, if there's
my best friend.
if there's somebody you don't want to, it's number 45. So
Don't cross her path, right?
no.
I saw a post
You saw
before.
45?
I put it like a little emoji, like, oh man.
Right. Do yourself a favor. Go to either St. Louis Slam Women's Football Facebook page or go to our YouTube page. Just look for number 45 on the
Look up Big Hit
Right,
45.
exactly.
4, 5.
Or the way that you can find her is you can look for the opposing team, whoever is carrying the ball.
Look for
And
the
as
body
soon as-
bags and the
right.
ambulances.
As soon as they get the ball, then look for the person hitting them. That is most likely number 45.
That is true. From the one game I went to, she was
Line them up. Somebody call Lambs.
someone please call 911.
And
Can I tell y'all something funny
I
real
say
quick?
you, she dead.
So, I forget which game this was. This was recently, but they had just broken the huddle after like a tackle for a loss. They lost like 6 or 7 yards or something. And so the quarterback was mad and was like, "Why didn't you run up there?" She was like, "Well, number 21 was there." She's like, "Well, why didn't you go over?" She's like, "Number 45 was there."
I ain't stupid.
Right. And I was like, I don't think we're supposed to be overhearing this conversation.
Shut up.
She was so mad. She was like, "'Cause number 45 was there." I was
You
like,
run up number 45, let him knock your ass out.
I
Then
was-
come back and be like, well, you ain't run up there. I'm sick of this.
I was
Sick of all this, man.
right.
Hey, so
Throw my helmet on the ground. Man, all this, y'all gonna put me in hurt. He's a murderer, and she gets away with it.
I ain't trying to die. I ain't ready to die yet. I want to live.
Speaking of, there was one game. I don't know if the team was to be announced or not, but it was an away game. And by the time we got to the third quarter, the quarterback was just every play was just like pulling it down and running to the sideline.
Oh, wow.
And she came over one time and 45 was chasing her. And she's like, "I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get hit." I was like, "Are you supposed to say that on our sideline?"
You're not supposed to say that in football.
Oh, man.
Don't hit me.
She ran straight
Don't
to
hit
the
me no
sideline.
more.
She said,
Please don't hit me no more.
I don't want to get right.
It's the boogeyman.
Don't hit me no more.
Yeah, so
She hit like a freight truck. Y'all don't put me in that.
she does. She does. Y'all should work if you follow her on Facebook, you should watch some of her workouts. She makes some
Y'all
public-
do.
And tell everybody
Workouts
where
are
they can follow you as well.
Oh, you can follow me on Facebook, just Annie Greer.
Y'all
But
gonna
follow
make
the team.
There we go.
you
Chelsea,
Y'all gonna make me run
do
up
us a
number
favor.
45.
Share this post right now from YouTube to all your peoples on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. Let them know to watch this show and support your own Miss Annie Greer. For those who is not aware, this woman knows her sports. You can try to say what you want to say at a sports bar and think you may get her on something, but she'll come with the snapback.
Oh, no.
Just like Chelsea will come across the field
Right.
and knock you out. So
Hit me.
It will
Yes.
peel your cap.
try her if you want.
Peel your muffin cap.
All night long, all night long. Come with them comments and see if you can really get to Andy and see what happens to you.
Let me
I
pull up
challenge
these
you.
Don't do it.
Keep it
I've
50
witnessed. I've witnessed it. You know, we got Buffalo Wild Wings. Somebody try to be slick, and say
Shoot,
some
oh,
stuff
I don't know what
about
else is trying
sports.
me.
Even at that one place.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, I was
they
sitting
try to
out
say
there.
some slick stuff.
I'm like,
Don't do it.
dude has no idea.
I'm sitting there like,
I have no idea.
like
Right.
dude is talking to the sports Thanos going. Like, come on, don't try it. But what I'm gonna say, Chelsea, thanks for being on. Thanks for commenting and once again share it with the peoples. DJ Big Boss, I will answer that question in a minute about Zion in a second when we get to the round table. But let me know as well, how did you find out about the Platform Sports Talk show? Let me know, everyone who's watching, especially you, Big Boss, and also who banging Sports Talk. Let me know. ABQ Sports Crew, if y'all watching, shouts out to you. They'll be back during the football season.
Yeah.
So look forward to engaging in a real conversation with them.
Out there in Albuquerque. Wow.
Alba who?
Albuquerque. Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New
Somebody
Mexico.
want a cookie?
Who at Albuquerque, New Mexico?
ABQ Sports Talk.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
And they Jets fans?
You said they who?
Jets fans?
I mean,
Hey.
Out of
different
all
around
the
the
teams,
country, yeah.
out of all the teams,
I mean, she love Pittsburgh Pirates.
I'm from.
she's from
but she
Pittsburgh.
and she likes the
Never mind.
Dallas,
Never mind.
or
That
she
is
did, or likes the Dallas Cowboys,
I still love
maybe.
the Cowboys.
Okay, you still love Cowboys,
We're making up.
and we're
for
Raiders
it.
fans. We're St. Louis. I mean, come on.
I mean,
Well, they used to
that's
be here.
different, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not here no more. Though.
I forgot that she was from that area. So,
So like she a Pirates fan because she from Pittsburgh.
so Big Boss says I'm a sports better, always looking forward edge in sports. Oh yeah, he wants us to actually join him like either via Skype or Google Hangout, something, so we can be part of his show as well. So Big Boss, we would definitely connect with you in the nearby future. I got you. I'll make sure that we hold you down as well. Thanks for y'all support. This is the Platform Sports Talk Show, the premier show on a Wednesday night. We are your sports delight. Chelsea says y'all are cracking me up. I'm sharing. Appreciate that.
You know, we some funny people.
We want to have you on the show.
We try.
Hey,
And
Absolutely.
we can have them at smoke session.
Bring the whole team.
Have a nice setup going.
How many people on the team? I don't think the stage that big.
Oh no!
Bring about a representative from
We'll
each
make
position.
we'll
Bring a
make
rep from each
adjustments.
position.
y'all better bring. You better bring a Chelsea here at the show because I don't want to get hit because I didn't do it.
Like,
I didn't do it.
I ain't do a damn
I
thing.
didn't do
Let me
whatever
tell
it
you.
was. I didn't do it, man.
Whatever they said I did, it's alleged.
Oh, and Big Boss, share this post with the peoples right now on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Do it all right now. Let's get some more people to tune in and watch this show.
And Sadal, real quick, I know you said bring Chelsea. That's cool enough, but you know what else they could bring? The trophy though, like sitting on the table. Was there a table? Yeah, there was a table. Sitting on the table,
Put it
real
right
nice.
there.
And
We'll
stuff.
make a table.
Bring off
Hey,
the
a
special table.
Celebrate like the Blues did.
Yay!
Do your own parade. Make it happen.
There we go.
Make it
Go
happen.
out to the people.
I thought you were talking trophy wise.
Oh, no, no,
about
no.
that.
No, I ain't
that
saying
that trophy got to get cleaned. Lord have mercy. That trophy been heavy.
It's seen some things.
All right, so
The Stanley Cup has seen some.
with that being said,
scarred.
the round table starts now.
We got 9 weeks until football comes back. NFL wise.
It's amazing how time flies, man.
Man.
I catch a little bit of sports here and there nowadays. I caught the home run derby Monday night, man. And I'm telling you right now, that contest is becoming the premier event for all of
The All-Star
the All-Star
festivities
festivities
of all sports.
of all sports.
Ooh.
So you think it's bigger
it is
than
very
the dunk
entertaining.
contest?
Over the dunk
It's better,
contest?
yeah,
It's better
yeah.
than like the shootout
Yeah,
contest.
because the dunk
and
contest is-
NHL weekend.
Yeah.
The
It's
skills
very,
challenge.
yes.
I'm entertained by the skills challenge.
Yeah, and it's very entertaining. But this home run derby, this year, you couldn't even. I mean, there were some sluggers in it, and there's some people that were not. There were no pushovers in the contest, and with the clock that they have, it makes it that much more exciting. During the contest, I think semifinals, we had Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And Jock Peterson.
and Jock Peterson going at it. First, they went through the what was it, 3 minutes?
4 minutes.
It's 4 minutes.
Yeah.
They went through the regular 4 minutes. They were tied at 29 home runs. It was
Right.
crazy. So they had to go through a 1 minute overtime. After the 1 minute overtime, they're still tied. Then the rules say you get a swing off if it's still tied after the 1 minute.
Right. Three
Three swings, that's it. They were tied after the 3 swings. I mean, that whole sequence, and then Vlad Jr. ended up getting them at the end after the second swing off, man. But it's that dynamic there that makes it exciting, and there's no clear winner. There's no like, okay, oh, he gonna win, and you don't have to watch the contest. No, I mean anybody can win, especially with the clock and with that clock aspect. You get tired. And you get winded, and it's very competitive, and it's exciting for everybody in the stands, man.
And that was the reason why Vlad Guerrero Jr. lost to P. Alonso, because he pretty much got
Exactly.
tired.
You would think he would win.
Right.
He
right.
didn't.
But yeah, it was great. It was definitely some theater, and that's what sports should be about: is the competition, who wants some more, how you gonna get there, and that's having that time clock. Except for having those 10 outs, in which it can take forever.
And it's very competitive, and because the winner gets $1 million. It's $1 million payoff. And it ain't like the dunk contest where you've seen every dunk.
Now, wait a minute, because I was just finna say that.
You've really seen every dunk, really, at this point. And then, you're thinking, oh, we're just seeing home runs. No, it's not just the home runs. It's how many home runs you hit during that amount of time. And it's exciting, man. Dunk contest lost its luster to me.
I would put the dunk contest over the home run derby. Because there are a plethora of dunks. Ain't a plethora of home runs. It's either out the park or it ain't.
But the thing is, you got to count on the players executing those particular dunks. I mean, we've seen a lot. There's not a lot of originality. Now you got people coming out, bringing out cows and animals and cars and stuff. I mean,
I just want to
come on, man.
I couldn't tell you to say cars with an accent.
I just want to
pause.
I just want to pause and ask.
I said cows and cars,
when in
everything.
the hell have you seen a cow?
I was like, did I miss one?
Just wait. Did we miss that?
I was like, maybe I missed
Just
it.
wait. You'll see it.
No, it was the year that Blake did it. Now I was playing.
He jumped over a Kia.
No,
Blake jumped over the hood of a full-size car.
I'm
He jumped over the hood of
exaggerating
a
with the
Kia.
cow, but you know
Jumped
what I
over the
mean.
hood of a car.
You know what I
not
mean?
the roof.
I mean, why you got to bring out
hood.
all these props? Because it's not exciting. Because you've seen everything. So now you got to bring out all of these gimmicks just to get over. I mean, it's turning into pro wrestling. The dunk contest is turning into pro wrestling. It's really not. It's you really can't win. You can't have a Vince Carter type performance anymore.
So T-Bone says those events, the home run derby, needs more household names. They have had household names in the past, like Mike Trout did it. Harper won last year.
Yeah.
So
Aaron Judge won.
Exactly. Stanton won. Not this one. Giancarlo Stanton won. 3 years.
Yeah, you got the names in there.
Right. So they have been in there.
They don't dodge the home run derby like certain players dodge the dunk contest.
LeBron, Lebanon, James.
So you don't see that in baseball.
Shouts out to OG Wham. I guess DJ Big Balls put him on game to our show, so now he's locked in.
Yes,
so
sir.
Shouts out to you, man. Share to your peoples right now. T-Bone says, watch us, Sadal.
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
DJ Big Boss.
Sorry.
They need to juice the players again.
Oh, and yes,
No, they don't need that either.
Robert Manford
Chiefs.
did say that there had been some alterations with the baseball. So
Yeah,
in
he
layman's
does have a point.
terms,
He does have a
in layman's terms, yes, the ball is juiced. That was a big concern with Justin Verlander from the pitcher from the Houston Astros. He was saying that the balls are definitely juiced because ain't no way these balls are flying out how they are nowadays.
Long as the players are not juiced, because we've had enough of that, man.
It's like
We've had
swinging
enough
at
of
a
that.
wiffle ball with a regular bat.
Man,
We can deal with the balls being juiced, but not the players, man.
As long as it's entertaining. So if they got to juice the balls or whatever, then. Because what is not entertaining is a home run derby in which people only hit like 2 or 3 home runs. So
and it was a time.
Have you watched the home run derby lately?
I've watched, in and out,
They were hit. How
There's
many home runs did Vlad Jr.
one. Right,
hit?
but
He
then
had like
because of the change
62
in
home
balls.
runs in that contest.
Right, but that's because
There's
the balls
another
are
one.
juiced, so
There's
it's not
another
like
one.
the
Oh, would you
regular
look at that? Another home run in the home run derby. Oh my God, that's amazing.
These guys clearly don't watch the home run derby.
But
I have, and I was just
there
like,
have
okay,
been
that's
times in which a player or two, when they had the 10 out thing, they didn't hit one home run.
right.
Yeah, now see,
Now
that
that's
was
the
whack.
shocker.
That's like watching.
They changed the format with that clock being in there. It changes the whole dynamic. It changes the whole thing.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it brings
really?
out the competition.
Because now you get a chance to have more outs.
Somebody
again.
that's seen the home run derby, please help me out here, man.
T-Bone says the ball is gimmicked. That's a wrestling world.
Yeah, I did say gimmick.
Then Big Ball says baseball was more exciting in those Barry Bonds
Back
days.
when you didn't know whether he was on steroids or not.
Right.
Everybody knew, man.
No, he wasn't.
Everybody knew.
No, he wasn't.
He was all skinny, stealing 40 bases
Just like OJ.
one year, and then he's all jacked and hitting 40 runs the next year.
Okay, that's what happened to Giannis. That boy was skinny as a twig. Came back one year, swole for
Speaking
NBA
of, have
standards.
you seen recent pictures of Gronkowski?
Yes. Skinny Mini.
Right.
Man, is that man all
Look
right?
like he's
Is he
strong.
all right?
He stopped
not-
working
he's not
out.
on
Right.
steroids.
Yeah.
Oh.
See
That's
now
what it
he
looks
all
like.
about health.
But they always, the Patriots be cheating anyway, so it ain't surprising if he's on steroid.
OG Ram agrees with you. He says the home run derby is better right now than the stand-up competition.
Thank you.
Over the last 2 years.
Thank you, man.
To be fair,
Thank you.
To be fair, over the last, maybe 5 years, the league has transitioned into everybody trying to shoot the three. You can't transition out of home runs in baseball. You kind of need them. Like, we don't want to hit home runs.
you don't need
We're
'em.
looking for singles, doubles, and triples.
He really don't need home runs.
And
And the home runs have cut down
Big Ball
over the
says
years without the steroids.
Big Boss says
Exactly.
it's the dumbass all-star game and where they don't hit nothing. The reason why because
say nothing.
right,
Yeah.
The reason why is because you don't
I
have
didn't say the game. I can't defend the game.
now. The reason why is because you have the best pitchers in all of baseball playing, and it's not an easy thing to hit. A Kershaw, and then you got to face Verlander, and then you got to face this guy. It's hard.
It's like, how you have a sigh of relief when another pitcher comes in. That ain't there in the All-Star game. Like, woo, he's gone. Who's next? Oh, hell. It's like every pitcher change is when Kawhi came in those finals and LeBron was like, man,
Right.
that's everyone.
3-point. OG Ram says 3-point competition is a better fight. And we'll talk about Kyle
I
Kuzma in
agree.
a second as
when
well.
you're talking about NBA, I'd rather see the 3-point contest than the slam dunk contest nowadays.
But the All-Star,
It used to
the
be-
NBA
it used to
All-Star
be
game
opposite
this
back in the
past year
day.
was good though.
The past 2 years has been good.
The past 2 years have been much improved with the whole you select guys kind of like a
Right.
street ball thing.
Right.
Now my concern is they start these games out shooting these crazy threes. Guys who don't normally shoot threes all the time want to shoot threes all the time. Game.
If you ain't caught on by now, they don't care in the first
Like DeMarcus
three
Cousins,
quarters.
why are you
right.
trying to shoot
Right.
three?
DeMarcus Cousins can actually shoot.
He can, but sometimes you take it too far. Like
But the
you
volume of which that's
you trying to shoot
Right.
some
Stay in your lane.
you trying to shoot some big 3-4-pointers instead of shooting threes.
you know
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man, when
like,
Dwight Howard was
yeah.
doing nothing but threes, and then he
Right.
made one, and the whole place went crazy. It was like, it's gonna go in.
Shoot, Shaq did that too a couple times. He'll shoot
about to say,
one or
like
two
Shaq
Like
3-pointers.
Shaq, come on, man. You can't even shoot a free throw,
Right.
let alone a 3-pointer.
Hey, he can make them now. I don't know what happened. He was on the stage.
He all
like, here we go.
awkward with the.
Can't even grip the ball. He just
He all get in his finger.
No, the problem is he's gripping the
Pushing
ball.
the
He
ball.
can't let it go.
He got the most awkward
leave my hand. It won't
free throw shot ever, man.
The ball won't leave my hand.
The ball, I can't grip the ball.
I'm trying to let go of the ball, man. The ball won't go.
I'm trying.
Get off my hand.
Hold on.
I can't dig it.
Keeping up with the baseball real quick. Prayers up to Carlos Carrasco, Indian starting pitcher. He was recently diagnosed with cancer,
Oh wow.
with leukemia.
Oh,
So prayers up to him and his family. Also, speaking of health, Teddy Bruschi
Yeah.
from the Patriots. He had a stroke the other day. They say he's doing better. Prayers up to him and his family as well. Talked about this early on the pre-show. I think Giannis Antetokounmpo's bigger brother, Thanasis, I think that's his name. Thanasis. He signed with the Bucks. Thoughts on that?
that's his name for real, for Thanasis?
Yeah.
They grease. They're
They're
grease.
grease.
Oh my God!
Not the only one, folks. I'm not the only one.
They're
here.
all rubbing off on you.
Oh man.
Get away from me. You gonna put you in the back on Sunday.
Sorry, bro.
It's contagious.
Man, yeah. So thoughts on that? Do you think he can make a big difference, be a big lift for that team since they lost?
I feel like we will see the benefits of that quickly, because when you think about it, they're brothers. They got that chemistry
They're
naturally,
happy and they're singing and they're colored.
Anyway, they've got that natural chemistry, so it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be something to watch. Now all they need is the other brother, whose name I can't say.
Now he with the Mavericks though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that that's necessarily just because you're brothers means that you're absolutely going to play well. The Morris twins have played together, and it didn't necessarily increase their play or make them out of this world just because they would have natural chemistry. So I don't think that's true just because that you're going to have natural chemistry.
Well, let me put it this way. When one of your brothers is the reigning defending MVP, we going to be a little better.
If he's anything like his brother.
The Morrises are just, they just there.
But
The Morrises are what the balls hope
he's
to be.
definitely getting some shine from Giannis. I don't think we know how good he really is. It's kind of like the Plumlees. Like, all three of them ended up in the NBA, but how good were any of them really? Once the first one got there, then it's just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, let's get another Plumlee. And
Big Boss agrees
They
with
really
you
do.
in regards to the brothers being on the same team. I always bet on them. OG Williams says that was a plan to sign Greek Freak long term and then keep it in the family.
Then they got to go after the brother on the Mavs. Then it's another brother coming up. It's like 5 of them. If they all go to the NBA, that's crazy. And then LeVar gonna be mad.
They all got to be good though.
LeVar gonna be like, hey,
pissed.
I want
I mean, they
LaMelo,
go to the
D'Angelo,
NBA.
Lonzo on the same team in New Orleans. Man, please.
He'd be uncontrolled.
Well, LiAngelo probably ain't gonna make it.
LaMelo has a good chance, though.
He's still dealing with that whole incident overseas.
Is he? I thought that was already taken care of.
No, but think about it. Like the after effects of that, he didn't get back in the UCLA.
He sure ain't played at all over the last
He
year.
ain't played in the last year. The only hope LeVar has of all his ish talking coming into fruition is LaMelo.
Yeah.
And that's a stretch. Because he got to control his temper, too.
He's
can't be
already
out swinging,
playing.
man.
He's
Offset
already
ball.
playing against guys like Trey Young, doing these little scrimmages and stuff at these parks. So he's already getting the hang of playing with certain guys. So that should be good for him. And then plus he's going over to overseas and playing in that league as well.
Offset ball.
Along with a few other 5-star athletes who skipped college and is going to, like Australia and stuff like that.
Right.
So getting that experience is going to be big for him.
getting that money.
Big Boss says he been trash. I guess he's talking about Lonzo or LaMelo. LiAngelo. Probably so.
D'Angelo.
Trash.
Yeah.
But speaking of skipping, college and going to a foreign league, or more specifically on a foreign league, I think maybe R.J. Barrett should have done that. That boy been trashed these summer league games.
Now, last night, he did score like 16 points and had 10 assists. So he kind of had like a coming out party last night.
I think that's like his highest average.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Because
his
like you
highest
said, the first 2 games, he
production.
was terrible.
Trash. He was like 20-something% from anywhere.
Right. Which brings me to
In the tens from
to
3.
Big Boss's earlier question. He asked about Zion. Yeah, he had flashes, but
Zion borderline bust too.
What was his question?
he was saying his thoughts on Zion after the
Hashtag
first
beast.
game. He said hashtag beast.
Okay.
But
Isn't the Beast bench? Didn't he tweak his knee and he's out for the rest of summer league?
that's my concern about him. And doing the jump is a show on ESPN with Rachel Nichols. Kendrick Perkins said he wants to see Zion lose some more weight and get more trimmer. Think about, remember Corliss Williamson from Arkansas? He came out kind of like wide, but then he started to trim down. And he looked like he was in one of the best shapes of looking like the best shape of his life at the time.
I told you he reminds me of Sean Kemp, man.
But yeah, I
He
think
reminds me of Sean
Zion needs to definitely trim down a little bit.
Sean
Because
Kemp
the wear and
was-
tear in the NBA is different than
Sean Kemp did it the
wear and tear
opposite
in
way.
college.
He was
But
fit, but then he just let himself go. But I don't see him as a big superstar. I see him as a great player, like a Sean Kemp.
Plus,
Make some
you,
noise,
When you look at Zion right now, he got that
not bad.
waddle limp when he walks. He got a weird walk about him. It's like
walk.
it's
I
a.
don't think there's a problem with his size. I think he just gets treated with kid gloves.
Mm.
So like, I mean,
Oh Lord,
he
Big
can play
Boss.
with that knee.
Big Boss is silly. Look what he put on.
They trim down and lose. That's the obvious Bron joke. Good Lord. Because he about as big as Bron was at one point
Bigger.
in his career. Bigger than him.
Bigger.
Bigger,
Yeah.
much bigger. Cause,
Yeah.
because LeBron came in to the league
No,
like
I'm not talking about at the beginning. Because, you know, like in his first couple of Miami
Brown was
years,
really young, man.
Bron was just.
I mean, he came in like what 240, 250. Zion already coming in 280, 285.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And I think LeBron not even past 280. So
Not right now. Remember, he got up there at one point.
And
For
you
a
know,
minute.
Brought it down
at
to
that
260.
size, you got to question his durability as the season goes on. You know, they've already been talking about how it's grueling on the players already, and like you said, he's been treated with kid gloves all his career. Now you playing a full NBA season at that size. I think Perkins has a
Great
good
point.
point.
He out here
And-
knocking knees and stuff.
and recall what LeBron said on the shop that when he saw Zion in high school, he was playing against little white boys. So of course you're gonna dominate. But let's see how you're gonna be when you're playing against, ACC and you playing against, remember when they played Gonzaga in the Maui thing and they lost, But now you playing against guys who are not
The
majority
best of
of
the
them,
best.
but they're gonna be either the same size or bigger, taller, stronger. So let's see what you're gonna
But
bring.
I think part of his play in the NCAA was, I think it was more mental than anything. You could see when he was told, "We need you to take over this game," he could like turn on a switch and dominate.
Yeah.
But I think just like personality wise, he wanted to give his friends some shine. RJ Barrett's throwing up 50 shots a game. Cam Reddish is trying to make a little noise so he can get drafted. So he was way too quick to defer to other players on his team, to assist, to make room. So I feel like part of that is just like a maturity thing. I think it's like recognizing your own strength. I think he can take over a game. I think he's capable and has the skill set to really compete in the league. I think he just has to get this mentality that sometimes he needs to take over a game and he needs to dominate and not always defer to other people on the team. He can't be nice about it anymore. He's not playing with his best friends.
And yes, it is true, Big Boss and OG Wham. Zion only played just one game. So we know we can't just judge off of one game.
Right.
Yeah,
And he is 19
First of all, he
years
played
old.
2. The second one is when he bumped his knee. The
No,
first
no,
one
he,
was not.
no, he don't play one.
No, because remember, they played. It was because remember the Knicks and the Pelicans.
That was the
That
game.
was the first
That's
game.
the same game he got hurt.
No, because there was another game he was playing with the earthquake.
The who?
Remember they had that earthquake during the game and they called it off.
No, that was a different team.
No, it wasn't. It was
Yes,
the
it was.
Pelicans. So why he walk off the court then? Smooth. He was just there chilling.
That was the same game. We talking about? No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. It was the same game. I watched it. That's the same
Yeah.
game. Check your stats, man. Come on now. But yeah, it's the same game. So yeah. So like we know, Zion has plenty of time to improve. Just a matter of just a matter of him just learning the NBA flow.
you never know.
He'll be
you never
alright.
know.
He'll be good.
You never know. He may be better than what I'm thinking he is.
You never know. Hopefully.
I don't trust your talent assessment anyway, based on the conversation we had
About
in the pregame.
about
Yeah.
Steph. Yeah.
Right,
Let's
based on the conversation
talk
we
about
had
this.
during the
I'm
Let's
gonna
talk
say-
about
I'm
this.
gonna say it for bro. You tripping?
Why?
You are tripping. That's
OG
a-
Williams
that's right.
confirmed it was the same
I'm
game.
gonna say it for bro. You tripping? I don't
He did.
care. I said what I
Yeah, you are
said.
tripping.
I said what I
can
said.
He
affirm
confirmed
that.
it's the same game.
Oh, okay.
It was only one game he played. So yeah, we'll say that. We'll save it. Some more news. Oh, shouts out to Bradley Beal. A big thing has happened for St. Louis. Y'all know the old Mills Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they lost business pretty much. Well, no, that's it. They're done.
They're
Yeah.
done.
Bradley Beal joined some other investors, and they're going to have he has his own AAU league or team, the Bradley Beal Elite. They're going to turn the Mills Mall onto his own,
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it gonna be like one section of it?
the
or
whole mall.
No, it's called
the whole mall?
The whole
Well,
mall.
they don't have like football fields, basketball.
No, strictly basketball.
Just basketball.
Okay, Smooth. I gotta stop you here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Read your own article.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Football.
I'm sorry.
It's
My
a
bad.
football dome, baseball fields,
Okay,
and
so all
basketball
sports.
courts.
Okay,
It's
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
called the
Yeah, I mean that's a big
It's the
space.
sports powerplex. He's just
Okay.
putting money into it
Okay.
because he's from here.
Okay.
Damn, he was just finna hype him all the way.
I
up.
was. My bad. My
Look,
bad.
He has to find another St. Louis product since Michael Porter Jr. let him down. It's okay.
Somebody help me out. Somebody.
Wow.
And then
I was
hey,
wondering how far we will
Somebody
get to the show
help me.
before.
hey, well, look, last week Tatum joined the Jordan brand. This week Bradley Beal. So somebody got to make something up for Michael Porter Jr. because he disappointed me. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh.
I'm done with it. Big Boss says where Nelly at? He's out on the road doing tours and everything. So
Nelly being anyway.
Is he still somebody?
ooh,
He's on tour with TLC and
Oh.
and
Oh yeah, he is on tour with Pitbull and
Pitbull.
all the
yeah.
early late 2000 people.
That's better than what I was gonna say. But
oh.
Yeah.
So, hey, he out there trying to avoid charges. Yikes! That's all I'm gonna say on that. So yeah, once again, shouts out to
Nelly? Why would somebody want to talk Nelly?
all right, shouts out to Bradley Beal.
Nelly. I want something from him.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, man. So that I believe. Do you have anything else in regards to the rundown?
Um,
I'm sorry, the round table.
Russell Westbrook is open to trade talks. And number one team on his list
Do you blame him?
is Miami.
Do it,
Yeah.
cause you ain't gonna do nothing in OKC. And I feel bad for the Thunder fans because you came from having Durant, Harden, Westbrook, to then having Westbrook, Durant, then having Westbrook, Carmelo, Paul George, to having Westbrook, Paul George. Now Westbrook looking like what the hell? Now you're gonna have him either. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was all good. It was a couple of seasons ago.
It was all good.
No,
You say
I
you don't?
I don't. Feel
No,
bad either.
Presti's a good GM, and I mean,
Is
that-
he?
I think that first team that you talked about was acquired through the draft, and so now they've got five first round picks from the Clippers for Paul
I was
George.
gonna say first fit.
Yeah, just I'm sitting next to Sadal, and it's taking its toll on me.
Let me answer your question.
on, man.
Because you do it all the time. That's why. Because he's like, why is it on me? Because it's usually you.
Yeah,
It's rubbing
so-
off.
See, y'all blaming me for y'all mistakes.
Oh.
Why don't y'all just take y'all L's?
No,
I take mine.
It's crazy. He had to pause. Why don't y'all
I'll
just
take mine.
take y'all in?
Right.
He had to make sure he said it right.
because he was about to mess it up. He was about to mess it up. Is what was about to happen.
Why don't y'all just take y'all L's? I take mine.
Right.
I feel like he was that person gonna say take my L's.
Sam Presti, he did make some good moves, but his biggest mistake was choosing Ibaka over Harden. Once that happened, it just went downhill.
Was it a big mistake between the two?
Yes.
Ibaka got the chip.
Yeah, but not with OKC.
Harden ain't got one period.
But look where Harden is.
Not gonna win one.
It compared. You don't think so?
At the same-
No. Come on, we done talked about this. I
Yeah.
call this brother the Charles Barkley
Yeah.
of this generation of NBA
Who,
players.
James Harden?
Yeah, he not
I can
gonna
see
get
it.
it. Kobe said he ain't gonna get it.
I mean, but just imagine
Oh, yeah, nothing
if
wrong.
they this guy like that's a what if, but if they would have kept Harden, Westbrook, and Durant at the time of their career and growing together year after year, you couldn't say they wouldn't have won a ring by that time.
I don't know that they would have been
Yeah,
able
huh?
to do it because one
said, yeah,
thing
huh?
that
Say it.
KD.
yeah, I don't think that they would have been able
That
to
was
do
a
it just
setup.
because I don't think OKC is willing to go into the luxury tax and say the way that Golden State has to make sure that they can pay everybody and keep things together for multiple years. So I think at some point, yeah, they probably could have run that team back maybe 1 or 2 years, but I don't think it would have been this dynasty the way people talk about it because I don't think they would have gone into the luxury tax like that. And the other thing is that we're looking at who James Harden is now and saying, "Oh, well they shouldn't have let Harden go
He's
out
all
of the
fluff,
3."
no tough.
It's not that, but I mean, he definitely was not the player then that he is now. And I think it would have been hard to see the player that he's become. And so, like, I don't necessarily blame them for the move because you're operating off of what you were seeing to that point versus being able to look at an MVP player and then make a decision based off that. There's no way you could have seen that.
So should Toronto be salty or should they be like, you know, we got our ring, we good?
Nah, bro.
They need to be
Toronto
happy.
is how LeBron. Toronto is how Cleveland was 2 years ago, or this time last year when he left. No, when he left after the ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that they should have the same approach.
Because folks were saying how Drake gonna be crying. Why? You just want a ring?
Drake got a ring.
Y'all did it.
Yeah.
Drake look. Drake has so much financially invested in that team.
Right.
He ain't got no room to cry.
Right.
All the room was occupied with all the money this man just made.
Right.
All the OVO Toronto
I
championship
seen him
gear.
getting bigger shares of the ownership at one time, at some point.
You think they'll let him do that? You sure he's not just content with
If you got the money and if they're
global
selling,
ambassador?
if somebody sells their shares to him, yeah.
He don't need it. He's got his money from the team in other ways, like the practice facility they got.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know,
The
why not
jerseys, the Drake
have a
name.
partnership of, why not be an owner in that, though? Why not own some stuff instead of putting your name on some stuff?
Because then you got to get too involved in it, and then that's gonna be an issue.
No, you don't.
I'd rather be an owner than renting some name on something. I'd rather own something than.
Think about it. You
Nah.
got to be involved. He can't be a Stan Kroenke.
You don't have to be involved as a minority owner. I'm not saying he's gonna own the whole team.
Right, I
I know
ain't say
what
that.
you're saying, but y'all are forgetting who this man is. It's Drake. He not just gonna sit back. Drake's gonna want to have some say in it. It's Drake.
Okay, then he will.
All right, well.
That's fine. You're saying
Then it's gonna tire him out. Hell, Magic got tired after being a GM.
You mean tell me that he'll be more tired as an owner than he will be right now as a rapper touring around the world every damn night?
So you got that on your plate,
And then
you got
at some
ownership
point,
too.
the rapping is gonna slow down because this happens to all artists. You know, they're not gonna be as hot as they are now, and they're not gonna be touring as much as they are now. They're gonna need something to do.
Big Boss said Drake.
that's how I feel. How are we having this whole conversation?
Hey, he got in the music all of a sudden.
I wasn't hiding the world from a kid, but I was hiding the world from a kid.
All right,
Everybody wanna
last
talk about
thing
those
for me. The Warriors will retire Andre Iguodala's number 9 jersey. Is that much deserved?
Yeah.
Oh, you laughing?
I'm laughing because it's something going on
gotta
with
think
the
about
Warriors
that.
front office, man. He spoke his and now
And now
y'all
you
gonna
wanna
retire
retire.
his number. You mad with? Are you mad at him or not? Pick one. You
I mean,
gotta,
you
You
know,
can do both.
he's
Right.
beloved
You can
there.
respect what he's done for the last 5 years and also look at the configuration of your team now. And Andre Iguodala is not the missing link that's going to help you get back to prominence after losing KD and some of your other players. So let him go. They just waived Sean Livingston too.
Yep.
right.
So I mean,
It's a change
They
now.
need to clean slate.
Yeah.
They getting rid of everybody.
And don't forget who won the MVP when they beat the Warriors the first year.
When the Warriors beat the Warriors,
No, I'm sorry, when they beat the Cavaliers the first year.
dang,
Yeah.
it really is rubbing off.
Right.
dog. We got to put you in the we got to put you in the hazmat suit or something.
I ain't saying nothing, man.
You don't have to.
Shoot the bubble.
So correction, when the Cavaliers lost to the Warriors, who was the MVP?
Yeah, Iguodala.
Yeah.
Iggy.
Y'all blaming me for y'all mistakes, man. See,
OG
So do
Brown.
you think that based on his career that Iggy is a Hall of Famer?
They gonna put him in there. That's what I'm gonna say. They
I
gonna
know,
put him in
man.
there.
I'm gonna say no.
no.
You say no, you say no.
I'm
you
saying
say
they
yes.
gonna put him in. No, I'm not saying yes. I'm saying they gonna put him in there.
I'm saying no. I don't think he has enough Hall of Fame numbers to warrant.
They gonna put him in there.
Just like who else in a Hall of Famer? He may get in eventually, but like even right now, Chris Webber isn't a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. You don't think Iggy's resume is better?
You
than
think Chris Webber's
Webber's?
gonna be in the NBA Hall of Fame?
I'm about to say you thinking Chris?
But-
Maybe the
better
NCAA.
than Iggy?
But you,
The College
you
Basketball Hall
think
of Fame.
Iggy's NBA career is better than Chris Webber's?
I mean,
Rings.
of course, that having two
Right.
rings are gonna, you know.
I mean,
3 rings, brother.
Yes,
He
I'm
got
sorry.
3.
I'm sorry, 3.
Wait,
Three.
got
Yeah,
3.
three.
At the count, I was like, 4,
Yeah.
3.
But on the last 2, would you say he was one of the reasons that they won those rings?
Yes.
Yeah, he came in and played some good.
He
good
played
I mean, he
basketball.
always gave them quality minutes. He's a good defender.
great defender.
I think
He
he was.
gives the- he
great.
gives
He's like
the-
that annoying guy.
He gives them depth. So yeah,
I think he's
I think
great
he'll go in the Hall
for
of
the
Fame.
Warriors. I think he's great for the Warriors.
He was
of
great.
Fame.
He was great for Philly
Hall of
too.
But the
Fame.
NBA, I don't know.
He'll get in
The
there.
Warriors Hall of Fame.
Nah, he'll
see
get
that.
in there.
See,
Retiring a number, I kind of see that.
okay, look, I hate to do this, but that's like me saying Robert Ory should be in the Hall of Fame.
Off of that one shot.
No, I mean,
No, I mean, no,
he has like 4 or
Big
5
shot Rob,
rings.
man.
yeah,
He's-
right.
So should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
The thing is that it's hard for me to point to what Robert Ory did to say he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. It's like
And that's how I feel about,
members
about
of the-
Iggy.
No, but the thing is that I feel like Iggy gave notable performances, and I feel like when he was absent from games, that his absence was notable. I feel like even though he may not be on the same tier as Clay, which no one
Lord,
is,
here we go.
boy.
and then right beneath that, Steph and KD. But then right below that is Iggy, right?
Just some buttery bull.
And so yeah, I think his contributions are different and more noticeable and impactful in ways that I think he'll get in the Hall.
Read what OG Wham just said.
OG Wham just said, and I quote,
He's so dramatic.
Chris Webber probably will go down in league circles as better, but Iggy fits a mainstream guy's stature. But as a baller, Webber is way better. He also follows up and says, Big Shot Rob, who is his cousin, has 7 rings, and he shouldn't get in over Iggy Finals MVP alone. And he shouldn't get in? What?
Yeah, he
I
said,
would put Iggy in over Ori or cousin Rob, as we're calling him.
Big shot Rob.
Big shot Rob. Cuz Shot
And
Rob.
I was only 1 ring off. I said 6. So okay, we'll give him his respect. He got 7, and still I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame over Iggy. He has more than most.
Got
Right,
more than Jordan.
right.
He got more than Jordan.
So that means he the best player in the game.
We'll have to go wrestle.
Right.
Like Bill
Yeah.
Russell. Hold on.
Yeah.
now.
right.
So we're saying
what
he's the
was-
second best player
Right.
of all time.
Of all time. Of all time.
Because I remember LeBron's little salty shot at Jordan. He was like, well, if we're talking about rings over stuff, then yeah, Bill Russell. And he named all these other people. Robert Horry. You got to add his name to it, too. Shoot.
So real
So
quick,
want to give Big Shot Rob no credit?
real quick.
Rob got Kobe one of them
The
rings.
fans are seeing it right now, and now I'm about to have y'all see it on the TV screen. The Cincinnati Reds last week came out with sleeveless jerseys, and some players like Puig decided to not have any sleeves. Is this a good look for the game?
Nah, because they still got that ass thrashed. They
It's
still
not,
lost.
it's not a good look, man. I'm more traditional.
You're so old school. You're such a
I'm an old
purist.
school guy, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if we
I
talking
am.
about old school, you remember back in the day when they had that one night where they just did the sleeveless uniforms? I forgot who it was. It was because Ken Griffey was on the team. It was probably Seattle. You remember that one night? They had those throwbacks with just this arms out. They did it a couple
Those are
times.
throwbacks.
Guns out.
Yeah. Well, recently they were throwbacks. When they wore them the first time, they were innovative and new and hip.
I
As
don't
they
think I
said
liked
back
them
in the
then. I don't think I liked them then.
So once again, now people are seeing
They look more like basketball jerseys than baseball jerseys.
With the buttons right up the middle.
and
I don't know.
the guy on your left, that's Derek Dietrich. He's the guy that the Cardinals never did try to pursue during the offseason. He's a left-handed hitter. He's a utility guy. And he already has like almost 20 home
I
runs.
mean, but that's the Cardinals. That's what the Cardinals do.
It's the Cardinal way.
Yeah.
It's the Cardinal
Yeah.
way. That's exactly what it
Oh,
is.
hush.
That's the
What's
Cardinal way.
What's the Pittsburgh Pirate way? Huh?
Winning.
Lose.
Nick, Nick,
Oh, what?
I can't really talk right now. The way the Cardinal playing.
No, you can't. We're gonna celebrate my pie.
Because as soon as I say something, then they be last place. Like,
Right.
All right, so OG Ram says, why do black people always have to identify their family members? LOL. My fault, y'all. LOL.
that's my cousin.
Real quick, I want to double back to the Powerplex. That's the official name of the Hazelwood Sports Complex. It will include 6 major sports venues, 13 restaurants, and space for 6 hotels. And then there's even a possibility of a water park. And it should all be open and ready to go by September 2020.
That's quick, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
big
well,
time.
they're not gonna tear down the original structure. They're just gonna add on to it.
Okay.
And
So
they're
where they
gonna-
gonna put the fields? Like, how they gonna do that? They gotta build that up, right?
That side, where the
on that side.
where the
The grassy
I
side.
got it. No, where the NASCAR.
But they
stuff
gonna put
is.
that over there.
Where
Right,
the
right.
NASCAR
And then they
stuff
gonna put the
was.
thing where the thing used to be.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the
then
other,
they
the
go-
other thing.
And then they're gonna put that
not
one
thing, but
thing
the other
over
thing.
there by the other thing.
Yeah, then they gonna put the stuff
What
right
thing?
in the center.
Over there by the two doohickeys and the whatchamacallits. And the thingamabob.
Not the thingamajigs, right?
No, not the thingamajig, the thingamabob.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
The thingamabob's to the left. The thingamajig is right in the middle.
All right, got it.
Thingamabob is my cousin.
Thingamabob is your cousin. Thingamajig is my cousin's boyfriend. Would you look at that? Would you? It's a small world.
All right. Look at there. Look at there.
And then they're gonna raise the ceilings up in the mall too, for
They have to.
sports purposes.
To make more room for activities.
There's so much room for activities. And then all the Step Brothers.
Brothers.
Okay.
And then all of the outdoor sports are gonna be where the NASCAR speed park was. Over there in that area.
Okay.
Mm.
I didn't
By the way,
realize
have
they
y'all
had
seen the pictures of the mall now?
a mall now?
It's a ghost town.
I bet.
You're right.
They have like just random go-karts.
The last
Just sitting there.
I was at the Mills Mall, I bought a flip phone, man,
Oh.
Oh no.
for $200.
You want to know something? You want to
Was
know
that 5
something?
years ago?
Oh no. Oh no, it wasn't 5 years ago. You trying
That
to be funny. You trying to be funny, man.
I'm like the 5 years ago thing only works for me. You gotta-
Nokia.
Galaxy X9.
He had the Nokia phone.
It was actually it
Hit
was
me on my
actually a
next tail
Samsung.
chirp.
It was actually a Samsung flip phone.
Yeah, last time I was there was on.
That's
a
when that's the
date
last time I was there.
Somebody took you to the mills
for
on
the.
a date.
Remember when they had the glow in the dark miniature golf?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, they used to have so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
so-
popping.
happened?
It was
that was
popping
my
back
last time
then.
there.
It was popping.
That was a nice date.
You know what? Something that you all remember. The I bet you can't do it. Or you can't do that. If you look at the background, that looked like the Mills Mall.
Oh man.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't do
Oh, you seen
this.
it too.
Of course.
Or you can't do this on concrete. Oh Lord!
That's my favorite part was the reaction at the end.
Dude ran off.
Candy Express.
Like, what are you running
Hands
from?
out to the side like ah! He ran with spirit fingers.
All right, y'all. Now let's go ahead and get to one of these topics. The battle.
Yeah, finally.
The battle for LA is officially on. Thanks to Kawhi Leonard. Around midnight, our time, I woke up
Right after the show.
and I'm like, what? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, your other boo, goes to, of all teams, the Clippers.
I walked in from a gig, and I was just, it was what did it happen, like Friday night? Mm-hmm. Walked into the gig. I'm like, let me see what's happening real quick, NBA, with ESPN. What?
Right.
What? I had to text
Rose bomb.
somebody like, yo!
Oh,
I text Move like, man, you see this?
Man.
that was a glorious morning. I woke up, rolled over,
Oh, Lord.
looked at my notifications. I was like, we got who? And who?
Right.
Clippers fan.
Oh, yes. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Clippers fan. And not for the last week, man at gas station. I've been a Clippers fan.
Man at gas station.
I was wearing
Man at gas
That's
station.
right. Man at gas
Man at
station.
gas
Pump
station.
7.
Okay. Because I had on my Clippers hat, and he's like, "Oh, so you're a Clippers fan?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Since last week."
I mean, if you look at the design of the hat, it's old school. It's like when Blake Griffin first got there.
Which is when I became a fan. Actually, it was his second year that I became a fan. So Blake was Bay before Clay. So
You ain't real. You ain't been there since the
Hey,
day,
she
baby.
sound like Street A Smith. One day the Lakers and then the Clippers fan. I mean Golden State.
Nah, that can't
now
possibly
now
be.
he a Clippers fan.
right.
He's a Clipper.
He a Clippers fan now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what happened?
He's a Clipper.
I saw last week's show.
Yeah,
That was
Kawhi.
crazy.
Kawhi happened.
He is confused.
Right.
Kawhi and Paul George happened.
He's a Clip
Right.
Baker.
So
He's a Clip
of course
Warrior.
right. No, what did you say last night?
I said Clip
last
Baker,
time.
but you got to put it all together. It's a Clip Bake Warrior.
There you go.
There you
Something.
go.
Let's see here.
He's a lover of California basketball.
There you go.
For now.
Sacramento Kings
Oh,
For
except
now.
for them.
all day.
So
Nobody
Never lost.
never lost. OG Wham says going back to the Catino Mobley days, or is it because the knuckleheads? Explain what you are referring to.
Huh?
He's
OG.
talking about the fan going back
Oh,
to
the Clipper.
yeah, Clippers.
Okay, going. Oh, okay. So how long? Okay, yeah. So she already explained since Blake was in the year, the second
His
year.
second year,
with
yeah.
the
When I
Clippers,
lived in
then
LA,
she was a fan.
Since
went to
little baby
Clippers
Blake.
games.
Yeah.
So
Blake.
Darius Miles, Quinn
Black.
Rich, Corey
You knew
McGetty,
exactly what-
Lamar Odom. That was the squad, but they never won anything.
Never.
Yep.
but it's all changed now.
Yeah, it's a new day.
Has it?
You're
It's a new day.
NBA
Yes, it
champions.
Are they?
Yes.
Hey, and Kawhi, game changer,
Coming
man.
down.
Game
I wouldn't
changer.
say all that.
Is it
I wouldn't
what?
say championship.
Yes.
I wouldn't say
with
championship.
Kawhi and Paul George.
Wouldn't
I mean, when
say
you gotta
Patrick
think about
Beverley.
Patrick
I
Beverly.
wouldn't say championship
Lou
right
Williams.
now.
Right.
Trez Harrell.
They're good. They on paper.
And
They're
Zubac.
good on paper. But I wouldn't say championship right now.
Don't name
Doc
Zubac.
Rivers.
Oh, that
Wouldn't
loses
say
me right there.
championship.
Yeah, don't say Doc Rivers.
He couldn't do it with
I would get rid of
CP3,
him.
Blake,
Really?
or Jordan.
Huh?
I hate Doc
I don't think he
Rivers.
can do it with them.
He ain't
two.
that bad.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
Doc Rivers.
Wow.
Always. No.
Always in.
What's that? I gotta hear you like Doc Rivers look.
If I could get rid of
Doc
him and get
Rivers.
Mark Jackson, that would be my ideal. But Kawhi.
Back off. Mark Jackson is ours, said a Bulls representative.
No, but Kawhi said that part of the reason why he chose the Clippers was to play for Doc. So Doc ain't going nowhere.
I don't know
And
why,
Kawhi just
yeah.
signed a 3-year deal, so
So-
I've got at least 3 more years of Doc
I thought he
Rivers.
signed for
He
OG
signed a 3-year with the 3-year being a player option.
OG Ram calls you a newbie still.
Because it's been 10 years, a decade isn't a newbie.
Nah, that's not new.
It's
And
because
he
you-
agrees with us in regards to their defense. You know, with Paul George, Kawhi,
Nasty.
Patrick Beverly. It's gonna be nasty.
Nasty.
That's from Woj. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Woj ain't never wrong.
Never lost. But yeah,
Adam Wojnarowski
So-
ain't never lost.
it's not gonna be a Laker town no more. It's now a LA all around town, which brings me to the Lakers. A lot of people felt that the Lakers lost out. Of course, you know you want to get a Kawhi Leonard, but to me, I feel like that was the best thing that happened for the Lakers.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. I just read a comment. It said, everybody, the Lakers gave up too much for AD. Clippers, hold my beer.
Pretty much.
But
Boy, the Clippers gave up. Ooh, Lord.
Everything.
so OG Ram,
Everything.
OG Ram says
Pretty
it's
much.
only because
Picks,
he's a Laker
concession
fan,
stand
and that he says it's only because I'm a Laker fan. That's it. It's still all love. Love you guys show. Thank you very much, OG Wham. Once again, share with the people. Let them know it goes down every
time
Wednesday
I see
night.
Wham, I think about OG. Wham! Like, you gotta.
But yeah, going back to the Lakers and my views. Of course, like I said, you want to have Kawhi, but I feel like it was the best thing that happened to the Lakers because if they would have gotten Kawhi, they wouldn't have made all the moves afterwards after Kawhi chose the Clippers. You wouldn't have gotten Danny Green, probably. You wouldn't have had luck getting Avery Bradley, DeMarcus Cousins. You already had Troy Daniels. That was fine. But you wouldn't have had all the extra pieces that you have now. I feel like this actually benefited LeBron. It benefited the Lakers because now they have more of a more experienced team. You have more shooters, and you was able to get more parts, not having to up that money you would have paid for getting Kawhi. And plus, and we'll talk about this in a minute with the state of the NBA topic, but it's better for the league as well that Kawhi didn't choose the Lakers.
Did it
We're talking about
truly?
Kawhi
Did it truly benefit
from
LeBron?
6 hours ago. When is yours from?
You got proof,
Damn it, I was
y'all.
just there.
Oh, we got a duel right here.
Here we go.
We got a duel. We got
Who's your source?
Instagram duel.
My source is NBA on ESPN.
My source is Adam Woj.
Okay, but this is from 6 hours ago.
So he
Also
took a
reported
pay
on the
cut?
Clippers page. He took a year off the deal and signed a 3-year deal with the 3rd year being a player option.
Mm.
Congrats.
Why do people come for me?
Congrats already, right?
Congratulations, but I don't know why you're happy about that. He took a year off with a player option. That usually doesn't work well.
I ain't
for
mad
the
about it.
team.
He hits his 10-year veteran next year, so he can make more money with shorter years. That doesn't mean he's going anywhere. We're going to run this back for a decade.
Not that you said that don't mean he going anywhere. That's exactly what the San Antonio fans said.
So
They didn't treat him right.
And the Raptors.
We know how to love him.
So y'all,
That's what the Raptor fans said too.
We know how to treat him right.
But are y'all trying to give him coacti?
go back there.
Bet y'all ain't gonna give him a coactus.
Oh, no, we ain't going to give him nothing. It's L.A. We don't owe him nothing.
But they love him.
We
we
gave-
love you, but we don't owe you nothing.
We gave. It's like your mama. We gave birth to him. What else do you need?
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all you get.
And you at home.
Right,
You at home.
Right.
You're at home.
I put a roof over your head and I gave birth to you. What else do you need? Everything else is a bonus.
Can't say that after that. They say nothing after that.
Speak, mama.
Right.
They say nothing.
So I gave my view. I feel like the Lakers are better off and will have the better team. Who you think is right now outside looking in winning the battle of LA?
Are you asking me that seriously? The Clippers.
Negro,
what
what
you
kind of
mean?
question?
Right.
I mean,
Wasn't asking me who's gonna win between the
still have
Pirates
to
and the
ask. I
Cardinals.
still have to
The
ask.
Cardinals. Don't get too carried away now. Hold on now. They
I know they down, but they still the Pirates.
Pirates.
All right,
We'll say all that now.
all right, Sadal, your thoughts so far outside looking in as of right now?
That girl said the Pirates real quick. You got too much dick
As
on
an
your chest.
organization, I see the Lakers is just in turmoil. They don't know what the hell they doing up there, man. So I'm gonna say the Clippers.
It depends because the report is that LeBron's gonna be the point guard, and that's gonna tire that brother out. He ain't getting no younger.
I don't think so. I think it's going to actually benefit him because he shouldn't have to do as much. You're going to have AD, you're going to have Boogie, you're going to have Danny Green, you're going to have, I know Jared Dudley isn't like a,
He's
what it
serviceable.
used to be, but he has more parts now that he can just say, hey, go here, go there. I'll take the ball.
Well, if that's what you're talking about, the actual expected starting five are Bron, Green, Kuzma, Davis, and Cousins. That's the expected starting five.
Yeah. So I feel like it's going to be a load off for LeBron.
To be the point, the floor general. That's a load.
And not having to be that go-to scorer every possession, posting up every possession.
He's a team player, so
Right.
I can see him doing that.
I mean, that kind of pretty much plays to his strengths in regards to being able to
I don't
facilitate.
ever see him as a ball hog.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's not that.
Right.
He's never been a ball hog.
So then let me ask the question that I asked before we started the pregame show. So between the two
I like
LA
how she
teams,
like
Big Two.
The pregame show
Ain't no game.
on TNT.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
I like
Stay
it.
tuned after the pregame show. is
pregame
the
show.
Keep the energy.
Right, there we go.
show. I mean,
I
So
like it.
So with the
Show.
two, the two LA teams and their Big Two, not a Big Three, Stan, and their Big
You ain't
Two,
gonna shortchange Cousins.
I will. So
I
their
bet you
Big,
wouldn't if you went to your team.
well, that would be different. So they're Big Two. So you got AD and LeBron James on the Lakers. You got Kawhi and Paul George. I'm sorry, Kawhi and Paul George on the Clippers. If you were ranking them 1 through 4, how would you rank them? I think no question Paul George is number 4, even though he's number 1 in finest.
Oh Lord.
But
You hear that, Clay? She cheating on you. She don't know what she want.
plays Bay. PG is a strong number 3. There's
All right,
nothing
look.
wrong
All
with
right,
it.
so look. Right now we have the projected lineup on our screen. Zubac, Montrezl Harrell, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Patrick Beverly.
Y'all gonna mess up his campaign for 3 straight 6 men?
No, Patrick Beverly's would start.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
trying to mess up his streak. He going for 3.
And so you
wrote
said
this one,
so you
Heavy?
said the top 4.
Yeah, how would you rank them 1 through 4?
So it had to be 1 Kawhi, 2 Paul George.
No. Between the
LeBron,
Lakers
AD,
and the Clippers.
Oh, okay, I'm
Kawhi,
sorry.
and Paul George.
Like,
If you had to
dang.
My
rank
bad.
He
them.
went to the Clipper lineup. All right.
My bad. My
Clippers.
bad.
Kawhi number 1. Well, no stuff.
Yeah, not position on the floor.
I got
No,
you.
he was talking about Clippers. Period. No stuff. Who gonna be over Kawhi? Paul George.
And,
Rivers?
and Sadal, given
tough,
your
man.
takes, you're disqualified from this conversation.
All right.
Damn.
So
Really?
Damn.
Really?
The people gonna know why when we get to the
Man,
section.
I don't
So she's
care.
asking
It's all gonna make sense.
between
I'm
LeBron
gonna
and
say
AD
it.
Right.
and
I'm
Paul
gonna
George
say
and
it.
Kawhi.
If you had to rank them 1
those
through 4,
Well, rank those 3 because Paul George is number 4.
I think Paul George is number 4.
1, I'm saying as of right now, Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
2, LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
3, Anthony Davis.
Mhm.
And 4, Paul George.
What about you, Stan?
Huh.
And tell us what y'all think on YouTube too in the comments.
Well,
Bring them.
let's see here. There's a lot of factors that go into ranking these players.
Okay, you're taking too long.
Right.
All right, Sadal.
He ain't ready.
I'm gonna let you back in the conversation.
You really want me to say this?
He finna really like Paul George number 1
all day.
every day.
Here we go. Here we go.
Myself.
Here we go.
One man, one blankets.
Here we go. Oh boy. Here we go.
You know,
Uh-oh.
I ain't do nothing to nobody. Y'all messing with me, man. No, I say
My crackers. Right
as of right now,
Don't choke.
No, because remember the last time you ate when he was saying something?
You know he's liable to say something to mess
You
you
remember what happened the
up.
last time you was eating when Sadal was talking?
I did.
You was eating a
Remember smack
cupcake.
it, flip it, rub it
Yeah,
down?
you was
You was eating the cupcake.
You were mid cupcake.
Ooh, I'll
Oh,
never
damn.
forget. And it was like, y'all want some of these cupcakes?
Oh man.
Smooth was like, I'll get one later.
Right. After the show was after party. All right, go ahead, man.
All right, Sadal.
The floor is yours.
y'all done?
Yeah.
Y'all done right now?
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
done?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, good times. All right.
I gotta go with Kawhi number 1.
Mm-hmm.
2, LeBron James. 3, yeah, Anthony Davis, and 4, Paul George. Yeah.
That's a solid 4.
Who you have?
I will go with the same order.
With number 5.
I think just with how LeBron James is playing now.
I was like, oh, no.
What'd you say?
I was like, with number 5 being Danny Green. I don't know. Look, we had to find somebody. Dang it.
It's close. I mean,
And then number 6 got to be Lou Will for 6th Man of the Year. Coming on 3 years in a row.
so you would have Danny Green over Boogie?
I got to see Boogie
Healthy.
like for a whole year.
I would.
He wasn't even
would.
healthy this year.
Yeah. It's 'cause of
He
health.
was.
It depends. Are we talking regular season Danny Green or this year's postseason Danny Green?
This year's postseason wasn't that hot.
No, I would take
Yeah.
Kuzma over this year's postseason Danny Green.
Oh damn, Kuzma showed this.
Sure is. He right there. Oh,
He right there in
He on
front
the
of
brim. You know, this could be his breakout season.
It could be.
Could be. And
With him at the,
if he shines, and because he's already fearless, if he does his thing,
Because he'll be at the 3.
LeBron can just sit back like this. Here.
I guarantee
just
you,
chill.
we going to see more no-look passes from LeBron than we've ever seen. Ever.
Showtime Magic. I mean, Lakers.
Showtime is back with the Lakers, huh?
Yeah, we said that last year. The show was quickly interrupted.
Well, we know why.
A swift kick to the genitals.
So, with that being said, in regards to the Lakers, I'm gonna stay with this Laker thing, LA thing. As you know, there's a lot of free agents like Kawhi and a year back, Paul George. They could have chosen the Lakers, knowing that LeBron would have been on that team or was on the team. Are a lot of NBA players now, free agent wise, against joining LeBron now?
I wouldn't say they're against joining LeBron. I believe that they are seeing what we're all seeing or what we were seeing for like the past 4 or 5 years. They want to bring back the surprise element. Because think about it, for the past 4 or 5 years, we were always like, all right, it's gonna be the Warriors and the Cavs. And then LeBron went to the Lakers, and it was like, it's gonna be the Warriors and somebody from the East. Now the Warriors don't have the team that they had last year going into this season, and all these other teams are building. You've got the Nets with KD and Kyrie. You've got the Clippers with Paul George and Kawhi. You've got I don't know if I want to say Miami yet, depending on where
Russell, yeah.
if Russ goes there, then they'll be hopefully back in it. You've got Boston with Kemba Walker going there, and then the young core they have there. We don't know who's going to be in these finals. We can make predictions, but at the end of the day, we don't know.
Now the question was, are they reluctant to play with LeBron James? I say it's not so much LeBron James, more so than it is the front office. The front office is in disarray, man. It's always some kind of turmoil with the ownership and the front office, and teams are turned off by that. You don't know how the team is gonna shake up because of stupid moves and he said, she said, kind of fighting with that group. I think nobody wants to go in a situation that's unstable.
I get what you're saying.
And so people are not necessarily wanting to go to LA for that, not the Lakers. That is.
I get what you're saying, but I think Smooth. I think you were talking about like at this time last year when they had an option to go. Or are you just talking in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
I don't think that's
everything was hunky dory.
Yeah, I don't think that's the reason. I think even the way you phrase the question is the answer. It would be seen as going to play with LeBron, and I think what stars of a certain magnitude are interested in is being considered the leader of a team. And you will not go to the Lakers right now and have it be considered your team. It will always be LeBron and them, or LeBron and AD, or LeBron and Kyrie, or LeBron and whoever else. And so I think as the conversation around greatest of all time, greatest now, all of those sorts of conversations are around being a standout player, being the best player on the best team, all of that stuff. That's hard to do when you're playing on the same team as either the number 1 or number 2 best player of all time.
Unless you're Paul George, and you just go ahead and do it.
So with that being said, after these moves have been made, by Kawhi and by other players, the state of the NBA now, how's it looking? Do you like where it's heading?
It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm ready for the season. I'm probably more excited for the NBA season than I am the NFL season.
We got 3 months.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a long time you said.
And as I said on the pre-show, it's a lot of parity now.
And football's my favorite sport.
You can't really say this team is going to the finals, that team is going to the finals. It's going to be a let's see how the.
That's
game
why
plays.
I said that's why I said I'm not saying Clippers is gonna go all the way to the championship and win. You never know.
Well,
That's why I can't say that.
Right,
Stop
right,
it.
yeah.
I'm
Stop
saying
it.
It's a wrap.
Stop it.
It's a wrap for Annie. You
Right.
already know.
that. Right. Wrestling conference is done. So let's see who's coming out the East.
So, last week I asked this question. I know you wasn't here, but this was before the Kawhi move. But now, who won in free agency?
Oh, the Clippers. No doubt. No doubt it's the Clippers. They sat back and made the moves and let the deal come to them.
And once again, this is strictly just off of free agency moves.
Yeah. They picked up Kawhi Leonard.
I don't have to ask Annie, so.
And you
Right.
talking about free agency, so it can't really talk about Paul George. This was trade, but I mean, because of the free agent move of getting Kawhi Leonard, made the trade possible. Yeah, they won.
This was
No
outstanding.
doubt.
I learned my lesson not only from last year, but from 9 years ago. So I ain't got no answer until the season's over.
9 years
9
ago
years
and
ago.
a day.
What happened 9 years ago?
No, actually 9 years ago on today is
today?
when the Big Three was
Okay.
formed in Miami.
Okay.
Really?
Everybody
Oh,
was
man,
like,
that was nice.
that's rings. And then what happened?
Not
They
one.
won 2.
Not one,
two.
not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. I'm like, brother, you ain't even gonna be there for 6
I
years.
remember.
You signed to 4 years.
And that's
mean,
another reason why I didn't say
They still went to
Who's gonna
4
win
straight
championships
finals
right
and
now?
won
They
2
did.
rings. So
But yeah, that same year, everybody was like, oh, they gonna do it, man. Just like the same year when KD went to the Warriors, they were talking about, oh, they 82-0. And then they got dubbed by the Spurs. I don't know. I wait till the end of the season to see who made the best move in the previous off season of that season.
because you're too afraid of take or
Because the NBA, ma'am, is unpredictable.
scared. You scared?
No, because the NBA is unpredictable.
You scared?
Just like last year, you probably wouldn't have said the Clippers were going to win everything. I mean, you would have said it, but you probably wouldn't have believed it wholeheartedly.
I always believe it.
Just like you believe in your Pirates.
Yes.
We need, Sadal, that's the faith you need to have. Damn it.
Right.
That is unwavering.
No matter what.
The faith of a mustard.
No matter what I go
That's
through.
that's the faith
gonna
of
still
a poppy
win.
seed, not a mustard seed. That's small faith. That's the faith
He
of
got
an
it.
amoeba.
Don't bring God in this into this conversation.
Don't make me reach out to your auntie on Facebook. I can find her. Like, talk to your nephew. He's lost. He has strayed from the path.
No, I got clear focus on what I want plan out to do. And what I see right now in baseball.
Speaking
And
of
it ain't the Cardinals.
Speaking of baseball, it's Bird Talk / for Annie, I guess.
I'm about to say,
Pirate.
Did you
Pirate
ask
Pirate talk?
Annie? You didn't ask Annie who she thought. Oh, she said the Clippers. Well, we ain't even
I'm
got to
about to
ask.
say, I said it earlier.
Right.
I ain't got to ask her.
But you asked her who won the Battle of L.A.
And that was earlier. So,
He only made that mistake once.
exactly. Fool me. No.
Let him learn.
Thank you. So yeah, once again, Bird Talk / for Annie. Pirate Talk, I
Almost said
guess.
something else.
What you gonna say?
No, don't encourage it. Don't
Alright.
encourage it.
PG.
You know, the Cardinals, the Bears, and Pirates, well, this ain't that week. All right, I'll wait.
So right now the Cardinals are dead at 500. So that's the good news.
That's
Bad
the good
news.
news.
Bad news is they are dead at 500. So
good news, we even.
So we
Bad
don't know
What place are they in?
They are in third place, and they're. I think they said they're closer to. No, they're closer to first place still than second. Than last, barely, because Pittsburgh is
I guess that's what positive.
surging. Unfortunately,
Surging Pirates.
and the Reds are actually looking better too. So
They done
Is
lost
it because of
two
those
in a row.
jerseys?
I guess.
Nah, because the day they wore them jerseys, they got blown out like 11-1.
What's their
Well, they ain't gonna do that
They're
again.
41 and 46. They've lost 2.
but they are how
5
many
and
games out?
5.
How many games out?
4.5.
That's it. So they right there. And this division, no one has decided they want to take over the division. That's the issue. And that's, I think, in regards to us Cardinal fans, that's our issue and our frustration is that we're seeing the Brewers, we're seeing the Cubs not playing their best ball. Look at that. Last 10 games, the Cardinals, Brewers, and Cubs are 4 and 6.
But you see what the Pirates are.
Right. And you see what the
Surging.
Reds are. So,
And I'm looking at the Pirates record and the Cardinals record.
yeah. One slip up, all of a sudden it could change.
That's why I ain't really. That's
ain't
why I
gotta
ain't
worry
really
about it.
saying that right now.
We ain't got to worry about
I'm
it.
not really saying that right
Pirates
now,
ain't found
man.
the treasure by now. It's just lost at sea.
So going into the second
All right,
half
now.
of the season,
It's the Cardinals we talking about. It's the Cardinals.
It's the Pirates we're
The
talking about. too.
non-pitching Cardinals we talking about.
I mean,
The streaky hitting Cardinals we talking about.
I'll take streaky hitting over the Pirates. I'm not sorry. I'm done.
Uh,
I was like, I'm not.
just so you know, I'm not sorry.
Sorry.
I was gonna say it, but I was like, no, I can't lie like that. I'm not sorry.
Andy said,
You rude.
I ain't got time for this mess.
Yeah, you rude.
She said, respect. Put some respect on our names.
Right. Put some respect on the Pirates.
Matter of fact, we played them this Monday coming up
Yes, we do.
in St. Louis. So
Are you ready to take the L's?
Look, man, I ain't say all that now. Nah,
See, you put too much.
You said you take your L's.
Say it.
You put
You said
too
you
much
take your L's.
Tostitos dip on your off-brand chip. Okay, it's gonna crumble. It's gonna
We'll see.
break.
I ain't say all that.
We'll see.
You got too much dip on your chip.
We'll see.
Mugs 5 and
We
5.
talking overall now. We talking about head to head. Nah, nah.
Nah, bro.
Head to head.
Nah.
Where are we playing?
Here
yeah.
Okay, we got you.
Bush Day.
Oh,
at the Brib.
now you see that she confident about a visiting team coming to St. Louis and winning. Back then, it wasn't like that.
It was not like that. We talked about that.
Prime
I mean,
example.
to be fair,
Prime example.
her confidence is clouded with a little naivete, if you will, because she, boy, all but 3 players can be out for a game, and they gonna be like, Pirates still got this.
Right.
We just got to hit home runs every time, so won't nobody be on base. You got to come back.
You're
around.
only a half game ahead of us. Why? What reason do you have to be so
because
confident?
y'all are the Pirates.
But you're only a half game ahead of us.
It don't matter. Y'all still the Pirates.
Okay. You act like we haven't won a series against you. You act like we haven't won a series against you here, and we have.
I mean, that's cool, but at the end of the day, y'all still end up in the
Okay.
same place, eating our dust.
Because you were in third and we're in fourth?
Still a place.
Okay.
Spicy Stanton. Been a long time. It's been a long time, man.
Shouldn't have left you.
It's good to have y'all
Without
back.
Don't beat the step two.
Step two. Step two. Step.
Damn it! Now I gotta hear that.
Yeah, but second half begins on Friday for the Cardinals. A lot of things have to happen. It's time for Shildt to make some big, important moves. Meaning,
Yeah, he has been tripping, man.
to me, Harrison Bader.
has been tripping.
Harrison Bader need to head back to minor leagues and fine tune this game. Right now, in the minor leagues, we have Randy Arozarena. He's a Cuban player. He finally found his game. He's been balling. He can play any outfield position. He has speed, power. He's a 5-tool guy.
Need some spark, man.
Bring him up for a spark. Whoever is not performing this second half of the season.
If that idiot with the bow tie let him.
Right. Bottom line is, if you're not performing, doesn't matter who you are, you can't play. Doesn't matter if you are a legend like Molina or if you got long hair like Harrison Bader. If you're not performing,
All I say is August 31st is looming.
yes, it is. Actually, it got changed.
Is it?
It's now the end of July.
Oh boy, yeah, it's looming. Yeah, my countdown to fire Mozeliak will be on
Oh my
after
goodness.
that.
Speaking of, I was watching the show from 2 weeks ago, and I thought you were trying to give Matheny a little bit of credit, and maybe it wasn't all his
Oh no,
fault.
I ain't giving no Matheny no credit at all.
Maybe
No,
it wasn't all his fault. is what
You saw that, huh?
Yeah, he's like, maybe it wasn't all his fault. I
She
said,
peeped that out,
I
huh?
clutched the pearls. I said, let me rewind that.
It's okay, Sadal. I got your back.
it was
Called it.
because of my rage against Mozeliak
It's the
that
frustration.
I kind of slipped up and said and gave a
look
little
at
bit
here.
of credit to.
You ain't got to explain yourself, Sadal. It's cool. We don't recall.
Okay. Even though it's on film?
We don't recall.
Okay.
I'm gonna refer to my lawyer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Due to the severity of this legal action, we are not going to comment at
Okay.
this time.
Gotcha.
All right, now it's time to have some fun. I think this is the first time you have partaken in these new games coming up.
I'm
Well,
ready.
for you,
I'm ready.
congrats, you were right.
I think she was
I'm a regular participant in this one because
Okay,
I'm
okay.
always right.
Oh, so if someone has said something that you've heard in the past that has came into fruition, it's your opportunity to say, congrats, you're right. So who got something?
I just really want a segment to just talk about KD. Just call him a wham wham. No, I can't say that. We not.
Something that came up just this
Unedited.
show.
I can give you a little bit of credit for that.
We not unedited.
I don't know if I'm gonna say that you were right necessarily, but I'm no KD stan by any means, but I have defended him against your unadulterated hatred.
You tried. I give you that.
But if you are correct in that he did not want to play at all during the finals and he was forced into it and in no way wanted to play, then I will have to agree with you that perhaps he does not have the intestinal fortitude that I tried to assert that he had. Because just being a player, I can't think of anything that would keep me out of Saturday's game. Like, I watch women play football all season and toughening it up. You know, like
I mean, check you out
put your-
now.
put
You
your
know,
pads
you hamper a little bit, but you ready to still play.
Don't say that. What if the people
Don't
watch
say
it?
that. Don't.
What the hell are you doing?
She's ready to go and ready to play.
What are you doing?
You know, I forgot we had our.
We're not ESPN here.
Hey, I forgot we had our millions of fans watching.
Right.
My bad.
They're worldwide. They're worldwide.
I was throwing off about the number I saw on the top right. So my
Right.
bad.
Yeah. We got 1.3 million fans.
Damn. My bad. I was throwing off people.
It's not the one to the left of that number.
Right.
It keep going up, dude.
He was reading. We have
Right. Keep going
1.3
up.
million fans.
Every time we talk, it keep on going.
Right.
Going up supposed.
They tune in.
And again. Oh,
It's just
Hey,
rising.
it's kind of like one of those what's the thing they be having late night telethons.
It's telethon.
Yeah, there you go.
Call now. The number is going up and
Right.
going up.
Right.
Next we'll have Lou Rawls singing.
We're we're gonna have Marvin Gaye singing "What's Going On."
Thank you.
No,
That's if Soul Train never had a telephone.
Stan, walk with me, talk with me. If I showed you a picture of old school Lou Rawls,
Oh Lord.
would you know who it was?
Good luck, because you'll never find.
We're gonna quit messing with you one day. So
One day, huh?
One day.
Oh my goodness.
A man can only wish. No, don't do it.
You want to know what's crazy? The same way I said I knew about Run DMC is the same way I know about Lou Rawls. He was on the episode of The Proud Family.
Wow, is that him for real? On the left? Look at old Lou.
Oh, wow. You know it's going to bring up the...
Oh, that little crap.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
okay.
know.
Go ahead on, Lou. Sweet Lou. That's the Lou I know right there, though.
Right, that's Lou Raw.
That's the Lou.
I don't know.
Nah, I know
who
who
this
this
is.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Go up. I know him right there.
Right here?
The hair starting to...
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's him. That's Lou Raw. I know.
The hair starting to roll along.
He's on
back.
every telethon. I was like Lou Raw.
The hair starting to roll back.
Coming up
to
next
Walmart prices.
on Soul Train, we have my friend Don Cornelius. But yeah, so all right, Lou.
All right, here we go. According to a recent report, Durant is really pissed off with Golden State for insisting he plays in the 2019 NBA Finals.
Yeah, I just, as an athlete with an opportunity to compete at the highest level available in my sport, you wouldn't be able to keep me off the field.
Durant felt somewhat rushed by the Warriors front office to return to the court
He was
before
man.
being fully healthy.
It was selfish of them. They was like, "Oh no, we down 2-1. We gotta make a statement."
You should want to win. Kobe went out there,
And you should.
torn Achilles.
And you should. I mean, you saw my bae went back out there, made his free throws. So
Okay,
And then turns around,
That
was
was just
ACL.
2 points.
it was 2 more than KD had that quarter.
But y'all
KD didn't play that game. Now you
Right.
you just
and
being wrong.
Golden State lost that game still too.
They still lost.
That's because Clay couldn't play the whole game.
I mean,
That is true.
I
And then
mean,
also-
That is true.
he did go
They were
out.
surgeon is still your word.
He
Exactly.
did
And
go
they got-
out. He did go out as a warrior.
He did. He was.
I mean, to be fair, KD went out as a Warrior too. Now he's coming back as a Net.
Yeah, number 7. Number 7 for the Brooklyn
I'm
Nets.
just like, this is just.
My thing is he explained, the reasons why he had 35, but he never explained why you chose number 7.
Because he's trying to be LeBron.
It's like, dude, what was the reason why? What does number 7 mean to you?
Because if you take 35.
Wait.
Yeah, he's wearing number 7 in Brooklyn.
What are you confused about?
Oh, he didn't know.
I didn't catch it,
Number
all the way
change.
like it's number 7. Like number
Yeah,
7.
he's
I'm
wearing
trying to
number
think.
7 in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Why?
Because if you take
It's a whole,
30,
it's a whole new
if you
chapter
take,
in
if
his
you
life.
take 35 and you divide it by the latter of those 2 numbers, you get 7. And then when you take 7 and you multiply it by 5, you get 35. And then when you carry the 2 and divide by the square root of 7, you get to hear a little punk. Another thing.
Yeah.
Another thing.
I was waiting for it.
Another
I was
thing.
waiting for it.
Annie, can you remember when I brought up the report about the dinner, and you
Yes.
said Russ had said
Yeah.
that the dinner was true? Remember we said it was Stephen A. Smith? Annie informed me it was confirmed by Russ.
He had that dinner with him the night
Even
before.
Kendrick Perkins said that was true.
Yeah.
The only one who said it wasn't true was KD.
Right.
So Katie, a little. I wish we were unedited because I just let it go. He a
Save
little
it for 3 weeks from
spineless,
now.
heartless.
Right.
He ain't nothing.
Yeah. Oh, and just so you know, based off of our successful unfiltered edition of our show,
Every first Wednesday.
every first Wednesday, basically when this man's not here,
We going straight to the gutter.
it's gonna be. Now I may not
Don't blame it on me, man.
No. We ain't blaming it on you. We're saying that when you're not here, that's when they'll know it's gonna be unfiltered.
Oh boy.
Because people love to hear profanity, apparently.
Platform Sports Talk Show After Dark.
There it is. And, hey, like
That's a
what
different show there.
Sheree Smith said.
Whoa. Yeah.
Right. No, we ain't talking about that. So let's keep it unfiltered.
You got to call it
slash
at night because,
uncensored.
at night, it don't sound bad. But after dark?
After dark.
Oh, no.
That's some BET.
That sounds like.
It was. I tuned in. I was like, wait, am I watching the right
Right.
show?
She got at me like y'all was clowning.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
I saw the replay.
So
I
y'all
saw the
was wrong,
replay.
huh?
I couldn't see the live. I saw the replay.
I
I'm
remember
like,
I said
Lord.
one word last time I was on the show. And it was like, the FCC will definitely be. And I was like, okay.
Watch your mouth.
Right.
No.
And then I tuned in last week. I was like, oh, okay, they must.
And
got
the
some
people
funds to
loved
pay,
it.
Right.
Like F it. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
okay.
We
To be
we
fair,
had close to 100 views. So shouts out
I
to
wouldn't
y'all.
even say it's because Sadal wasn't here. I'm just gonna say because it was
Street A.
Smith was
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because every time he comes down,
encouraged
I'm
it.
like, oh, here
He
we go.
encouraged it.
I'm like, oh, here it is.
Yeah. But it was a great show, man. Just like tonight's show has been great as well. Shouts out to everyone who's been commenting throughout the night.
Anyway,
so
Annie,
that was
I
your
thank you for the
congrats. You were
recognition.
right.
KD a punk, bro.
You got anything? Anybody?
KD a punk. I'm gonna say that
You good?
for the rest of my life.
All right.
KD ain't got no heart. How KD playing this sport when he ain't got no balls?
So, up next.
I don't know why I said it with
Right.
that growl.
Is this your leader? So this is definitely a first one for you.
Yeah.
So for those who are not aware, it's like you got it from Black Panther, man.
Is this your king?
So
Oh, Michael Bad Acting Jordan.
we pinning two people together. It could be the same sport, different sport, whatever, and we decide who is the better leader. It doesn't matter about the better player, but it's about who will you feel will be the better leader.
Can I throw in a little monkey wrench? Can I throw in a different version? Shout out to my friend Stephanie. She shared Allen Iverson's post. The greatest to wear number 3. D Wade, Allen Iverson, or Chris Paul.
D Wade,
That's what I said. Just want to see what anyone else says.
and that was without any hesitation.
And that's a for sure right on.
And I respect the hell out of both guys. All three guys.
He was
Definitely,
gonna say both. He was just
Right.
like, forget Chris Paul.
definitely.
Because then that's the one that you would forget too.
Yeah, right.
Chris Paul
I mean, because
Right.
just think of
Man.
when I think of Iverson, I was thinking about how he changed the game in regards to outside the game.
Mm-hmm.
When he brought the braids in, all the tats, like he brought a different culture.
That was the thing I was saying.
To
the
the league.
reason that he didn't get as much as he deserved is because he looked different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, Dennis Rodman came in with the colored hair and some tattoos.
You forgetting that AI's game though.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
well, the people had to look past his appearance to get to his game.
I think
But all right, top of the dome, the top 2 moments in his career playing was what?
I was finna say
who AI.
You mean
stepping over Lou and
to-
crossing
right.
up Jordan.
That's one and 2.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But D Wade, he has a whole lot of moments. That
He
you can
got him
think
on
of.
a shirt, bruh. The D Wade World Tour for his final season. All his best moments were listed on the shirt. It was a lot of them, man.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta say D Wade, but man, Allen Iverson gets some kind of
That's my dog.
that's
That's my dog.
yeah. He was my favorite player of that era, man.
That's my dog.
That whole like 2000. He was my favorite player.
And then you gotta respect what he did with that 76ers team and take them to the finals and,
Oh,
and win the game against the
He
Lakers.
put the team on his back, man.
Yeah. Much respect to
Came
him.
out there in that all white. But he didn't have on a speck of black. All
Man.
white. Like, yeah, I'm balling.
But
like
don't
a
ask
dog.
him to practice though.
All right.
Practice.
So you
I'm
have
asking for
some people in mind.
For leaders,
Is this your leader?
I don't know about leaders, but I was just thinking about the question we were asking about Katie's point guards. And,
Oh
so
yeah.
I don't know if that's
Hey, that'd
appropriate
be good.
here or the next summit. I think it fits here.
Okay.
So for the people who weren't listening, for now that KD is in Brooklyn with Kyrie Irving,
I feel like it should just be 2 because they ain't played together yet.
it's not about their play together. It's which of his 3 point guards that he's had over the course of his career are the better players. It's not about how they played with KD. Just in general, who is the best point guard that KD has played with or will play with between Russell Westbrook,
It's okay.
Blame it on me.
I know, right?
Just blame it on me.
dang it's a dog, Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving?
So
Who is the
we
best
have
point guard out of the 3?
So we have a triple threat match right here.
Right.
No holds barred.
Right. I said Steph
Everything
Curry,
goes.
and then Sadal said
I said Russell Westbrook.
And we don't know why.
I said Russell Westbrook.
He had a slight stroke. Would you like to try again?
Okay, can we? This shit, bro, you tripping? It might as well just go on the bro. You tripping?
Why not
I said Russell Westbrook. Westbrook got a. I think he's got a more complete game, and that's what. And that's why I pick him over Steph Curry. I just see Steph Curry having a Hall of Fame type shot. Yeah, he's got it. But you talk about the complete game, I pick Russell Westbrook all day. And then it's competitiveness by far of all of those players, he's got the most competitive. You talk about the Mamba mentality, he's got it. And so that's why I pick Russell Westbrook.
So you don't think that Curry has a killer instinct?
I mean, when he's got a hot shot, yeah.
He could have killed the Raptors.
But what happened? Yeah, what happened? What happened in that game?
Now I will say
He got shut
The
down.
one where he scored 43 points. He
Game
was the only
6.
Game was it game 6? The last game? Game
last
6?
game.
Yeah. Where was he at?
Where was Russell Westbrook when Dame Lillard hit a 3 from like the other side of the gym?
Okay,
That was
let's
the
look
best
what
series.
Dame did after that.
Nothing. He went up against Steph Curry, who's a better point guard than Russell Westbrook.
Oh, good point. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he also had.
How many playoff victories have Russell Westbrook won without KD? How many?
Maybe one.
Which of them was a unanimous MVP?
0.
Who has more
he ain't
MVPs
been
between the
He
two?
has not won one playoff series
Oh, you
since
said
KD
series. I thought
has
you
been
said
gone.
You said better player. You
Right.
talking about team accolades there?
I mean, but
Accolades.
if you consider,
You said players. I said you said players.
but shouldn't a player be able to lead a team to at least a playoff victory if he's so great?
Curry lead team. I thought Durant.
I'm about
had
to say
one
that. I
that-
guess that would
They
go.
had a
And
championship
Durant
without KD.
But
That was-
the
that was
question
one-
is in regards to Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook,
Wait a minute.
and
Address
and
you.
the Kyrie.
Yeah, they do. But Iggy was the MVP of that.
Okay, Russell Westbrook has been the MVP of what final series?
2 of them.
Huh?
Huh?
You said you saw. Oh, I thought you saw Rant.
Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook. No.
I'm like, huh? I'm like,
Right.
where was that? Was this back in the Supersonics days?
No, but as a
He didn't play
player,
with
as
them.
a player, as a player, I still pick Russell Westbrook
Okay.
as a player.
Man,
I see the team. Yeah, the team aspect. Yeah,
Man.
you can't compare because look at the Warriors. I mean, the Warriors has been dominant for the last 5-6 seasons.
Russell Westbrook has been given a
Yeah.
bad hand.
But as a
deal.
player,
First they
Russell
Russell
Westbrook.
with KD, old
don't ask
steak self.
don't ask Steph Curry to play defense. That ain't gonna happen.
And truthfully, a lot of people are saying that Westbrook really isn't a point guard.
I mean,
So
hey,
what is he?
doesn't take away from his game.
So what
I mean,
is he?
two
I
triple
don't understand
double,
what you
two
think his game
two
is,
time triple
though.
record breaking triple double seasons.
Steph Curry was the first and only unanimous MVP.
I mean,
He
yeah.
has his own records that are unapproachable.
And I didn't say he was a scrub.
He's better than Russell Westbrook, and I don't think Westbrook is a scrub either. But he is probably number 3 out of those 3.
I get who?
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, Kyrie. 3?
Mm,
Nah, I can't go. I can't rock with that.
I
We
can't.
didn't.
What?
I don't.
Huh?
I,
Was there a sentence in there?
If I had to rank the 3, I'd say Curry, Westbrook, then Irving.
Ooh.
I can't put Kyrie over Westbrook.
Why?
I can't
Why?
do it because
And please don't add personal stuff like outside of basketball.
no. Because let's look at it. If LeBron didn't come back to Cleveland, Kyrie would be what? No ring.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have had that clout to get him in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And
what
now
did he do in Boston? What did he do in Boston?
Nada.
He played well.
He played.
Their chemistry wasn't good, but you act like he was a scrub when he was in Boston.
He played well, but the minute he didn't play, that young core almost took them Cavaliers out. They were better without him than they were with
I mean,
him.
this past season.
I mean, yeah, this past season compared to the season before.
Where he was out in the finals.
Yeah, they're better. The team was better without Kyrie than with him. I can't say the same for
I think
the
certain
Thunder.
people. I don't. That's
And
not.
y'all know my argument for the whole time.
That's not
with the
borne
whole
out in
KD
the
and Steph. I
statistics,
couldn't see the
though,
same for them
that they're
either.
better without him. There are certain players who you see their individual stats go up, but they didn't necessarily lose more games because Kyrie didn't play this past season.
No, not
He
because
won
he
them
didn't play, it's 'cause
games.
he didn't.
No, he won them games. Go back and watch some of the Celtics games where Kyrie played. There were times where he would just put that team on his back and get them a win. Then they would be all lovey-dovey on the plane. Then they would lose a game, and then it's back to blaming Kyrie again. But Kyrie actually played well this past season. The team did well when he played. But I understand that Tatum wasn't and Jaylen Brown weren't getting to put up the same numbers that they did when he was absent. But if you look at a lot of the reports coming out now, they don't even blame that on Kyrie. They blame that on Hayward and the team trying to force him into the lineup and trying to force him to get shots. Is what they said, that it wasn't even a problem with Kyrie. But anyways,
All I'm saying is
Westbrook is number
before
3.
and after LeBron, Kyrie wasn't doing nothing.
I'm going with Annie's top 3.
thank you.
What was yours again?
It's reasonable. Curry
Kyrie,
first.
Kyrie
second,
over Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
and Westbrook
as a
third.
player.
Yes.
I feel Russell Westbrook is an incredible player. He's a great player.
Yeah, he is.
But I feel like there's times in which he doesn't even know what the hell he's doing at times, and especially when it comes to trying to come through for your team, he shoots too many jumpers when he shouldn't. He don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
If you attack the rim more, Kyrie attacks the rim more than Russell Westbrook at times in clutch moments. You know, I just feel like he doesn't know he doesn't have any kind of direction when it's time for you to step up when need be, and Curry has proved that. You know, he did it against Russell Westbrook a couple years ago when KD and Russell Westbrook was on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and take
That
this up to
crazy
Facebook.
shot behind half court or right at half court. You know, Curry has shown that he now
When he had a
now-
hot shot.
Now,
yes.
Now I can't
When
say
he was cold.
I can't
no
say.
one-
And you talking about
Annie,
Westbrook having a hot shot? What was his field goal
Right,
percentage?
right,
Over
like
the course of this year,
30%.
And what was his field goal percentage in the playoffs?
30%.
The one round he got to play.
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
No, it was terrible.
It was not hot.
Now my biggest downside in regards to Curry is that he does shy away in the fourth quarter in the finals. Like it's like where are you? But at least he's there. Something that Russell Westbrook can't say.
Where are
So,
you?
but in Kyrie, you can bet that he's gonna show up on big time games. I can't get that same feeling from Westbrook right now. Once again, incredible player, but I can't feel like, oh, you know what, Westbrook, let's go. But I know that Kyrie is gonna get it in. I know Curry he's gonna be there as well. Westbrook, I'm not confident in saying that he will.
We just agree to disagree then.
Oh yeah, I mean
Man,
that's
agree, you
all I'm
tripping.
saying is, the minute Kyrie called LeBron and apologized, that's when he lost. He was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry for, how
Truthfully,
I
I
I don't think there's nothing wrong with
No,
maturing and being
exactly.
like,
It's called
Because he had
it's
to
called
realize
he
maturity.
said congrats.
It's
You
called
were
it's
right.
called maturity.
Right.
he had to realize, damn.
He's
Right.
like, leading the team is hard.
LeBron,
Yeah,
congrats. You were right.
It's hard to lead a team, right?
All right, so mine.
You mean he didn't know that when it was just him in Cleveland? It wasn't hard back then.
No, there were no expectations of him
Right.
being a
Boys was
leader.
out of top.
There were no expectations of him leading that team.
No,
he was just the best
of
player.
Kyrie?
He was just the best
He was the
player.
number 1 overall draft pick.
But then you
But
have
they didn't
LeBron.
expect him to lead that team. They expected him to go there and be great, but I don't think they were expecting him as a rookie to be the leader.
So yeah, they didn't have expectation of him being like the savior of
Right.
Cleveland. He was a great talent, but he wasn't gonna be like the savior of that city while LeBron was gone. But speaking of LeBron,
You ain't got to be a savior.
This,
but you can be a leader.
and he showed
And he wasn't.
the last 2 years he couldn't do it. And now you're gonna team up with KD, so that should be interesting. And you saying before that might not even go well.
I don't know. We'll see. We won't. Well,
So-
actually, we won't see because we're gonna have to wait until next year.
Right.
So
Do you think that is two betas playing together, or do you think one of them will step forward to take more ownership?
Two betas.
That's a good question.
two betas.
I know, that's why I asked it.
One will have to step forward, but for the time being, it's two betas. Somebody will have to step up and be the alpha.
Because they're pretty much in the same boat. They have pretty much have won.
Why are we saying somebody? Only one person gonna be able to step up real quick. So
I mean, when they play.
Right,
I'm like, I don't know
right.
why I keep saying
When they
Right,
both play
right.
together.
Exactly. But yeah, they have both shown in their
Y'all wait till
past
y'all chickens stay.
that they've had to, I ain't gonna say depend, but they had to have other people on that team to propel them.
Who we talking about?
Both of them, Kyrie and KD, been in the same boat. No, that they haven't both been the leader of a certain team, and was the reason they won the championship. They had the other guy.
Yeah, I'm not convinced yet with the Nets. I'm not convinced.
We'll see. It should be interesting.
All I'm saying is New York big threes really don't pan out the way the fans want them to.
I feel bad for Knicks fans though,
Why?
because they got the worst owner in all of sport.
No, that's true.
One of the worst owners of all of
Worse
sports.
than Kroenke?
We had a
Elise Kroenke.
Who is your leader?
Elise Kroenke's team go to the Super Bowl.
I asked that a
I
while
go with
back.
Kroenke because he just didn't like the city.
Or
Once he got to
Matheny.
LA, he made the moves necessary.
Yeah,
So
we did that.
who's your leader? Matheny, Kroenke, or Dolan?
Like, why are you doing this?
Why? How Matheny get thrown into this? We don't like Matheny, period.
If you had to choose one of them.
We don't like Matheny.
radio
Matheny
team.
didn't do anything.
I plead the fifth.
Honestly, I would say Kroenke because I feel like he just didn't like St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as he got out of St. Louis, he started making all the necessary moves, pressuring them to make these moves, picking these draft picks, getting these coaches, and then they had that turnaround after they got rid of Jeff Fisher. So after all that went well, they progressed.
I would say that,
He
but I'm
wasn't-
not praising Stan Kroenke. I'm not.
because of how he did it. You know, if he would have did those same things while he was in St. Louis,
I mean,
then
but you
he
knew
would
from
have
the
had the
jump he
respect.
didn't want to be here.
But that was the issue, is that you lied to the people and saying, "Oh yeah, they're not going nowhere."
When he
and
gave that
then,
straightforward answer, I don't remember.
2010.
yes,
He had dinner with
In
them the night
2010, the
before
press conference. I'll never forget it.
and promised to never leave.
Right.
Never forget.
and then
The only
and
press
then
conference he made in St. Louis. The only press conference he had in St. Louis, he said that.
This team is never going to leave. We're here. No, go on with that. You tripping?
I mean,
So
I guess.
my two.
Also, the fans wasn't there neither. Them seats was empty.
My two. I want to put you in the mindset of changing the landscape. One guy changed the
One man.
landscape when he joined D Wade and Chris Bosh. Another guy changed the landscape just recently by bringing over Paul George to the Clippers and changed the landscape of the NBA. Who would you lead? Who would be your leader? LeBron in regards to changing the game, or Kawhi?
Seeing as a lot of people put together these teams to beat LeBron and them, I'd say LeBron. Well, I don't know, because now I feel like people are going to put these teams together to beat Kawhi.
I don't feel like the current construction of teams that we saw was to beat Kawhi because he was one of the last people to sign with his current team. So I don't think people make moves thinking like, oh, we're going to have to go against Kawhi and Paul George. They were the last two to team
well,
up.
the moves ain't over yet.
I'm always going to pick people who stand up and go against the grain and try to do something different and not try to go with status quo. So I'm going to go pick Kawhi because with LeBron James, he tried to play with other superstars and
Who you say?
I said with LeBron James, he tried to go with other. He tried to be with other superstars, to try to blend in and whatever his reasons were. Kawhi said instead of jumping out there and doing what I'm expected to do and go to LA Lakers, he said no, let me sit back and wait and see what happens.
That's probably
And
the face he
then-
had, too.
Said okay, now let's go
Oh, here it is.
to the Clippers.
Then to find out that he reached out to Paul George in between time. He reached out to Kyrie in between time to see where their heads were. Hey, if I go here, you should go here. You know, he made a lot of moves behind the scenes more
Yeah.
than the freaking GMs.
Yeah, pretty much.
So y'all saying that Kawhi reached out to these players?
Yes.
Be like, hey, come play with me.
Yeah.
That's basically the same thing LeBron was doing.
Right, but he did his on the low. LeBron talks too much. Nobody knew that Kawhi.
He had a whole hour special. About where he going?
20-something. He was young.
I mean, he was
stupid.
just. I mean,
He was
people
young,
talked
stupid,
about
and
the
the hottest
All-Star
free agent.
team being the LeBron recruiting team because it was made up of essentially all free agents. He was just too out front with it. Nobody knew Kawhi was making moves until they woke up Saturday morning.
And then think about it too. When LeBron
But Paul
made
George was his third call, but that's okay.
when LeBron made his decision at that time, it was all about all these teams, trying to focus on just him, D Wade, and Chris Bosh. But what Kawhi did was he made the league better overall. So it wasn't like I think someone said earlier, just recently, it's not a focus on just Kawhi and Paul George. But you got to focus on about 5-6 teams from the West now. You got to focus on about at least 4-5 teams now in the East. Mm-hmm. So it's not that, watch out for the Heatles. It's now watch out for whoever.
You know how they say in Star Wars, they brought balance to the Force?
Yeah.
Kawhi brought balance to the
so
NBA.
that's why I'm going to say Kawhi in regards to
I ain't never
in regards to that.
reference on this show before.
Well, now you have.
That's new.
you have anything? Y'all have anything?
About what?
Is this a leader?
Yeah, mine was the
Yeah, he already
better
said
sweater
it.
number
It's
three.
your-
I'm sorry.
I thought we were on, bro. You
Guys was the
tripping.
point guards.
No.
I did my bro. You tripping?
No, you integrated that too.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
You fused yours. Together.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Well,
Right.
I already did mine early then.
Yeah. So yeah, bro, you tripping on that one. You have a bro, you tripping. And for those who are watching for the first time, if this is a hot take that you may feel in your heart that this could possibly happen, and that make others say, "Bruh, you tripping."
Well, all my takes are hot. So
Oh,
Clippers
yeah.
are winning the NBA Finals.
Bro, you hella tripping.
Pirates
Or
are winning.
sis,
Bro,
tripping
you
on that
hella
one.
mother lover tripping.
Yeah,
Are
sis, you
winning the
tripping.
pennant.
Nah, man, I'm
You
saying,
said
bruh.
you tripping with the Pirates now?
Nah, I'm saying, bro, like the bruh. Like that's how I'm
Bruh. Bruh.
Got you.
But when they all come true, you know,
Bruh.
we heard it first.
Bruh.
Pirates win the World Series.
Bruh.
Yeah.
The World Series.
Yes.
If the
The
Pirates
whole
win,
world.
if the
whole
Pirates
world.
win
The
the
whole
World
world.
Series,
Whole world
Oh,
crazy.
I will-
a bet coming.
let me tell you
I'm ready
something.
for this.
If the Pirates win the World Series,
Mm-hmm.
I will personally make sure you travel out to the parade to witness that.
Okay.
Personally.
Ooh.
So you're expensing my trip to the parade?
Ooh.
I'm pocketing money because I know it ain't gonna happen.
Okay. I'll take you up on that.
So we have 2 bets. One between
I
him and
I
him and
want to
Street
fly
A.
first class.
First of all, I need to make sure that since Street over here hopping ships, if that bet is still intact, because I want my 100 in 3 20s, 2 10s, 2 5s, 10 ones.
All right, we're gonna find out. All right.
And I will fly you out first class, not on Delta, because they engines out here malfunctioning now.
No,
So maybe
first class.
Delta has first class.
You have anything?
I'm not gonna do Delta. Maybe American, you know. Maybe Southwest A class
No,
preferred.
Frontier.
Hey, Spirit.
You know the other one?
Oh no!
Wow, airline.
Right.
Because every time the plane land, wow, I can't believe we made it.
Right. He gonna have me on some JetBlue.
Wow, we made it.
First class.
Right, first class JetBlue.
I'm gonna have you on
Your
Wow
flight will
Airlines.
only be delayed 2
Wow
hours
Airlines.
instead of 3.
Wow Airlines.
Sit
Wow,
down.
this thing didn't crash.
She gonna sit behind the cockpit and everything.
Right.
JetBlue.
Exactly. That's
Look,
the first
Wow
class.
Airlines, where
They give
all
you
the
extra
seats
bag of
are
meat.
a compilation of seats from other airplanes, just put together.
Right, get an
You
extra
got
bag
wide
of
seats, narrow
peanuts.
seats.
You have any
You
bro
get
you
peanuts
tripping?
in a Ziploc bag.
Right.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I do.
What?
You just said.
Oh no.
Oh no!
You have
You
one.
just messed up again.
Do I have a bro you tripping?
Yeah.
just
Nah,
asked
I
me
ain't
if I had
got
a
one.
bro you
I
tripping.
ain't got one.
All right. Yeah, I don't have one either.
All night.
All right. What if?
Yeah, I caught what you said.
Oh no, I'm
You
sorry.
trying to throw shade
I'm
at
sorry.
me.
Idiot of the week.
I don't have.
You could always nominate yourself for your takes tonight.
See,
I mean, you can do the same thing too. Miss Pirates gonna win it all.
You can with your misinformation.
Ooh, ouch, that stings.
I say, well, no, I can't really say that. No, I don't really have an idiot of the week. They just had a bad choice in jerseys. I was gonna give it to the Reds.
No, they are
They
idiots.
cut
'Cause
off
they won them
jerseys.
and they still got blown out 11-1.
I don't have one.
Suns
Their
out,
arms had
guns.
their arms had too much air. It was-
Suns out, guns out.
Right.
But
Yeah,
They had too much air.
it was
That's what
suns
it
out,
was.
guns out. Get the runs out.
right.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh my God. You have idiot of the week.
my god. No. I mean, well, just for old time's sake.
Are you gonna say KD?
Nah.
Oh.
Ooh, I could. Yeah, Katie's one of them. And then
He's a perpetual idiot of the week for him.
damn, I forgot. John Gruden. Just for the hell of
That's
it.
John Gruden.
What?
Just for the hell of it.
All right.
He do?
So I
Katie
have an
this season.
update
He
here.
ain't got to do nothing. Okay, he's still eating.
I have an update.
Okay.
Boogie Cousins, and I quote says, "Quad is 100% healed. His goal is to play 82 games this season."
But what that knee say?
that knee. I
I mean,
did he have a knee problem?
Not yet.
Damn.
Okay.
Isn't that what took him out though?
Hot take.
Nah, it was his ACL.
You ever see that? You see that little Family Guy dub where he's going to the Lakers,
wasn't real
and as soon as he hit the Staples Center, he fell on his knee.
It was the quad.
Oh man,
There was so much going on.
he ain't gonna stay healthy, man.
Second round.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Came back. And
Boogie Cousins is not gonna stay healthy. It ain't happening.
I mean, but when you look at the LA teams, I won't call LeBron injury prone. Last year was the first year that he had an injury that kept him out for a long time. But the other three are. So
That
I
is
guess
a- that is
I guess
a concern.
over under with games. How would you rank them with who will play the most games this season between the
So
The LA Big
Anthony
Four.
Davis, I'm gonna say
give him the over.
over.
who from most games played to least games played? How would you rank them?
I would say in between Anthony Davis and Boogie.
No, between Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George.
Most games played,
Yeah,
LeBron's
say-
gonna play the most.
Kawhi Leonard.
you think Kawhi's gonna play the most?
Yeah.
And then who?
Um,
Even with his load management requirements.
In which it actually does come into effect. It helps him for the postseason.
I didn't even think about
I
that.
say Anthony Davis. No, he's a center.
Over Bron? What? Break.
I say Paul George.
You said Paul George is gonna be second. So
Of
right now,
most games played.
Over
most
LeBron
games played.
James.
most games played,
Wait,
you've got Kawhi, and then
you said point guard. He's gonna play point guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, LeBron. No, Kawhi. I say Kawhi and then LeBron.
Kawhi.
LeBron.
Kawhi.
Kawhi,
LeBron.
LeBron, Davis, and then
Paul.
no George and then Davis.
Okay, so you think Anthony Davis will play the least amount? You think LeBron?
Yeah.
You think Kawhi will play the most?
Yeah, just simply because Anthony Davis is a big man. Gonna give him some rest.
Gotcha. What do y'all think?
Well, you got to factor in those frowned upon games where they rest players.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I factored in rest players.
And you got to think
Rest-
about when you get closer to the postseason.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So I'm gonna say LeBron first, then Kawhi, Paul George, and then AD. Those are the four we had to choose from. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Smooth. Oh, me? Okay. I'm
With
gonna say
fifth being Boogie.
I'm gonna say LeBron, then Paul George, then Kawhi, then Anthony Davis.
Did Paul George fully recover from that little shoulder thing he had going on?
He's still recovering. He had surgery,
Oh.
but he should be ready.
He
to
should
go
be ready
for the
for
start of
us.
the season.
Yeah. So I actually got the same as yours.
See, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
On all things except some. The Pirates, Negro, please.
So my idiot of the week.
Oh, I had one.
Oh, go ahead.
So my idiot of the week, men.
Oh Lord.
I'm going.
I
This is
feel
the part
like-
of the show where I'm
I
gonna
feel
shut
like
up.
This is transcendent
going-
sports. Right. Hold on. What's that game we used to play? Heads up, 7 up.
right.
The
right.
floor is yours. It is now the Annie show.
There we go. There we go. Men. So not all of them, but I think just over the last week, seeing some responses to the U.S. women's national team winning the World Cup, You're on Facebook, you're seeing like ESPN and reading comments of posts, and they talking about, oh, but can she make a sandwich and being in the kitchen and
Huh?
Oh wow.
oh yeah,
I didn't see that.
What?
oh yeah. Tons of hate on women playing sports and talking about them being, classless and men don't celebrate like that, but of course they do. In a more vulgar ways than
Hold
sipping
my-
some tea or raising your arms gladiator
I mean,
style.
I got one of them on the shirt.
So right,
On 2 shirts.
right. And even with the slam, like on one of our videos that we posted, some man commented, "Who wants to live in a world where women play football?" But I will say this: that men that I know that have played their sports at the highest level are not the ones who make those kinds of comments.
Right.
The U.S. men's soccer team, the MLS teams, like teams that played soccer at a high level, loved what the U.S. women's national team did, wholly supported them, was rooting for them, and celebrated their success.
Even LeBron was sipping tea.
Right. And guys that I know that have played collegiate football or played in the, they really respect women's professional tackle football, know what we put into the game, know what sacrifice it is. So it's really people who like last played on like their JV team that are like, they're like, oh, but women shouldn't be playing football.
played
Women
sophomore
need to be
JV in
kitchen."
high school.
Right, exactly.
Y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Right.
We have the torn jerseys.
Right. I was strong safety for my JV team. Like, okay.
I was strong safety.
You were
for the
also
freshman team.
5'6" and
Right,
a
exactly.
buck 05.
Right. Right.
Buck 05.
So yeah, so men who can't appreciate women playing sports, and not only that, feel the need to be thumb thugs and typing on Facebook.
That's
and
what they calling them now?
Yeah,
Thumb thugs.
thumb
So
thugs.
back
thought
then
it
it
was
was
That's a
Twitter,
perfect
Facebook.
example.
And now it's thumb thugs.
Thumb thugs.
That's a perfect.
Who take to
Dude,
social media to
Twitter, Facebook,
comment.
thumb
Those are my
thugs.
idiots of the week.
And yeah, congratulations to the women's national team
Did it,
as
boy.
well. They clowned. Not one time were they behind at all throughout
Right.
the whole tournament.
Not one.
And
Never lost.
it is time to definitely consider equal pay.
For them.
Absolutely.
That's been a huge.
It's
and
past time.
and-
dude.
Just don't go to the White House, please.
Oh, that's a given. They ain't going.
Now, even of course, the men's team they lost to the same day they lost to
Trash.
Mexico, 1-0. They haven't won anything in forever, and whether they would have won or not, it's time to start showing more love to the ladies, man.
Right.
I definitely understand why you said what you said.
Also, got to put some respect on the player's name, Megan Rapinoe. Apparently, it's Rapinoe.
Yes.
My idiot of the week goes
Oh,
to
Lord.
the Philadelphia 76ers.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to show you
What they do.
why they are my idiots of the week. They sent out some love to Jimmy.
No.
Jimmy Butter.
Jimmy Butter? Really?
Move.
You want to know what's really sad about it? If you look at the photo, ladies and gentlemen, can they see the photo?
Yeah. They
All right, if you look at the photo, if you look to your left, you can see that it has the man's name spelled right there. Right there.
Right there.
And then it's in the
In the hashtag.
Well, no,
Not the
you know,
hashtag, but
they
the
added that
the
after they
address.
made the graphic. So it's right there, and yet
Oh, yeah, on the
still-
jersey. Right down on the jersey.
Hold on, here it is.
Would you look at that?
As my coach would say, look at that little baby learning.
No, so dog, you deserve that one because I said it's to the left, and then you say, oh yeah, and it's on the jersey. That's to the left.
And it's also, you know what? It's also on the jersey too.
And you know what else? You know what else is on?
What's that?
The jersey.
Oh,
But what's on the left?
the jersey.
Oh,
Jersey.
okay.
Yeah.
But you want to know what the real reason is?
to the left.
The reason that the
Hey, we serious about our equipment, man. Hold on now.
Right.
Yeah.
After all the
Dropping it.
upgrades y'all done went through.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
There you
This
go.
ain't,
We ain't trying to fall
this ain't
back.
cheap now.
Right.
That's sad.
All right.
See, I'm gonna get uninvited from the show. Next time I come back, I'm gonna get one of the rickety old headsets. So
She gonna get the Rhythm Nation.
right,
Forgot about that.
trying to give me
The
trying to get me
Rhythm
kicked off the
Nation.
show.
The Rhythm Nation joints.
Right. So for everyone that we have announced for Idiot of the Week, congrats. You are Idiots of the Week.
Congratulations. You played yourselves.
I bet he wanted to hit the button real bad.
Right. He like, oh, damn, I can't do it.
Forget that button.
Get y'all heads out y'all asses, man.
Stop. Get some help.
Get hooked on phonics. Out here misspelling letters.
All y'all some new fools.
Dumbass!
Hold your L's.
All right. Last but not least,
Hold your L!
what if? What if it? I'm sorry, just for
Breaking
those who are
news.
not aware.
Rams, the game against the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, one game of the year. Well, one best game.
Oh, the SB. That's right.
Yeah.
That's tonight. I wondered if the Blues gonna win anything tonight.
They better. 50-some years.
Yeah.
So-
best team or something like that.
I'll be damned.
Should
All
be
right,
the best
so
team.
what if? You've been around for what if?
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
Okay. So for those who are not aware, that
How
is
long you
if
been shooting
a.
this on, bro?
It's been a minute, man. So for those who did anything happen in the past that you like, man, what if this would have happened instead, or something that may happen in the future? You like, what if?
Dream
Then
matchups.
we'll, right, we'll bring up some our responses, and that's what if. So who's up first? Who got something?
What if we finally saw Allen Iverson versus Stephon Marbury
Big three.
one-on-one
Ooh, wee.
Right.
in their primes? Let me say that. What if we
I
saw
think
that in their
I
primes?
think
Who
AI
would
would
come
get
out
him.
with it?
AI would get him.
Really?
AI would get
I
him.
don't know.
AI would get him.
I feel like that one-on-one game would go to overtime somehow.
Nah, man. I think AI would get him. Yeah, he just had it. He just had a way of just getting to you. He just had a way. That either cross you over. The shot he could shoot from anywhere on the court. And he could drive on you too. I mean, you don't know, and as a defender, you don't know what he's gonna do. And Marbury, yeah, he's a cool player. You know, he's got a statue and everything outside of one of the Japanese stadiums out there because he's beloved out there.
Oh, yeah, he's a
Oh
Japanese.
no, it's in China.
China.
It's China. Yeah,
Huh.
he's beloved over there.
Chinese legend.
But AI would get him,
That's
man. I think AI would get him.
All right, cool. So I got one more
All right, cool.
All right, cool.
Like,
Enough
whatever.
of that. Enough of that. We go to the next one.
because that wasn't my real one. I just thought about it. I was like, I wonder. All right, so what if LeBron wins a championship with the Lakers? He'll be one player who's won a championship on every team he's played for. Where does that put him in the greatest of all time conversation?
Number 2.
Where he is now, number 1.
Yeah.
Huh? What? I'm so lost.
What you
You
mean?
said
I
where
said
he is now.
Where he is now, number 1.
I
Damn.
forgot about that
Number
whole
one.
conversation that we had back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, you got LeBron over Mike?
Yes.
Absolutely, she is. She's
I am.
consistent. At least you're consistent.
I am.
You're not like Street A. Smith, who you don't know where he.
Clipper Courier. There it is.
Right. Clipper Warriors.
A Clip
Clipper Warriors.
A Clip Courier. There it is. Clipper Laker Warrior. He's just a lover of Los Angeles and Oakland teams. Well, now San Francisco.
Right.
Yeah, now San Francisco.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. I think we brought this up last week, or maybe we did not. Thoughts on them talking about hanging up number 35.
They're not gonna hang it up.
They ain't gonna do it.
No, they're not hanging
Yeah.
it up.
In OKC?
No.
No,
For the Warriors.
but they gonna burn that number to hell.
You know, so no 35 in Oklahoma City. Warriors.
All he was missing was the shoe.
Shoot.
What you gonna say? No.
For the
No, the
Warriors.
Warriors.
He didn't say he was gonna hang it up. He just said there's a difference because they
Right.
said they're hanging Iggy's, and all they said
Right.
is no one's gonna wear number 35 as long as he's co-chair or whatever his
Right.
Okay.
position is. Which people lose their job every day in the front office. Be
Right.
I ain't worried about it.
What is
I don't know about all that.
KD ain't never
I
gonna
don't
have a
know
number
about
retired.
hanging up the 2 Finals MVPs.
I
You
mean,
can make an argument.
yeah, you look
I
at all
would.
you look
Make
at
an
all
argument.
that,
You
but
would.
then you got to look
I would
at
hang his
argument.
jersey in the rafters. Yeah.
I've got just who I
Right.
who I see him as, with the story coming out of him, how he left Oklahoma City, and
But before the story came out, y'all knew.
but
I was
before,
like,
before
hell
the
nah.
story came out, I was like, yeah.
I
Nah,
think so.
nah. He acted selfishly in a crucial moment, even though he wasn't fully healthy.
Interesting.
Cause think about it, Clay tore his damn ACL, still went out there, shot 2 shots.
So
'Cause that's how the Thompson family does.
here we go. So my what if?
Does he even know you?
He loves me, first of all.
Hey Clay, if you love her, go ahead and tweet me.
and confirm this.
I was gonna say tweet us, but we ain't got a Twitter.
He don't know you.
Matter of fact, write us on Facebook, the Platform Sports Talk Show, and let us know just how deep is your love.
How deep is your love for me?
Right.
All right. So my what if? What if Lynn Bias didn't pass away?
Oh man, that's a good one, man.
That dude was a legend, man, and he would have changed the game. In
He
the
would have
NBA.
been one of the greats. He would have been one of the greats as far as I've heard. Yeah, he would have been right up there. Would have been right up there. I don't know about. You can't really say about pop culture, because Michael Jordan was big in pop culture and what he meant for the NBA. But who's to say Lynn Bias wouldn't have been that type of player too, because he came around the same time.
Right.
Yeah, you
True, I'll
just-
take it a step further.
What?
What if Earl the Goat Mandagoat had a chance and had a shot in the NBA? Would he be better than Bill Russell and all of those guys?
It's crazy, and it's so hard to tell.
It's hard to
because,
say.
They couldn't fulfill that opportunity because it's
And the further and further you get away from those players' lives,
yeah.
like the memories of them
I'm
really
sorry.
go away too, because you don't know how good they actually were.
So I'm late in seeing these comments. I do apologize, y'all. But Big Boss says, "Where is Tiny Draymond from last week?" Talking about Stude A. Smith.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Oh man!
He
Tiny
said-
Draymond.
He says, "No Warriors talk without Tiny Draymond." That's funny.
Right.
Big Boss says that's before his time in regards to Lynn Bias. And who was the second guy you brought up?
Earl the Goat Man to go.
Yeah.
That's before everybody.
I mean, that's like me saying, even though he did play for the team, but he didn't fulfill his what's what I'm trying to think of?
Commitment.
Potential.
Potential.
He didn't fulfill
Oscar
his
Taveras.
I got it.
Oh God.
Oscar Taveras.
Still sad right
You know
now.
what I'm saying? It's like, what would have
He'd
happened?
be the face
if,
of the Cardinals.
man.
No doubt.
Like,
he would have been the face
so
of the
much would have
Cardinals.
changed with that team
Just
if he
see
was alive.
how he performed in the playoff game. He hit that home run. Man, he
Sure, they
would've-
wouldn't have traded him away.
No, he
Let
wouldn't
him
have traded
walk
him
and not
away.
paid him.
Nah.
You know, it's
they wouldn't have
amazing.
traded him
Shouts out to
This whole,
everyone.
they would burn
We
this
wouldn't
whole
have done them
touchdown.
like the Pirates, just let McCutcheon go.
Right.
Yeah.
Real quick, shouts out to
Stuck-
everyone
stuck-
who
stuck a
has
nerve.
No, they couldn't afford them. That's different.
Okay.
They ain't had no money. They broke.
And then plus,
Ah.
they would have had opportunity for
Pirates
him
couldn't
to
find the
At least
trade.
when we have money, we spend it.
but then
But
plus,
when do y'all have money?
It doesn't matter.
It kind of does. You gotta have it to spend it. What you gonna do? We gonna book you on a $100 million IOU contract.
Yes.
Man, we got the greatest player of all time, but we can't keep him.
right, we can't sign him.
Albert Pujols.
But that's the whole thing about
Barry Bonds.
That's the whole thing
McCutcheon.
Look, you name one, girl. We got a list.
right. But look, Tavares, he was under that contract where they didn't have to worry about paying him no big time contract until years down the road. So that would have definitely panned out even for us.
Yeah,
But
man.
unfortunately, He's gone. Big Ball. Okay, he says, what if I ever wonder about? Oh, okay.
What?
He says only what if I ever wonder about is Magic Johnson. So I guess maybe if Magic never originally had HIV and then leave and come back.
Oh damn!
I
That's where he's
guess.
on?
I guess.
Well, if that's the question, he was already on the downturn anyway of his career. He was
Because he left what in '92.
92, 91, 92 was when he
So
officially
that was
retired.
that was the year after the Bulls won their first ring. Is that correct?
Yeah, because he played in that finals.
So he was pretty much going to the downside of his career.
Yeah, he was
anyway.
going down anyway.
Him
But
and
that doesn't
Kareem.
mean that they
Him
couldn't have
and Larry
reloaded.
Bird.
But that doesn't mean that they couldn't have reloaded that team. I mean, same thing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You like he was on the downswing, but then they got Magic, and so Kareem was able to win more rings. So it doesn't mean that they couldn't have reloaded, and he just play the role
That's true.
that Kareem had played when he first came to the team.
What if D Rose never tweeted?
It would have been tougher because did they have free agency back then at that time, or did that come later? Because it would have been easier for them if they had free agency.
Right. I don't know.
What if
But
D-Rose
that does
never
bring up
tore
a-
his damn ACL?
Well, that brings up a good question. So, who do you, if not for injuries, who do you think would have had the better career between D Rose,
Derrick Rose.
Hardaway,
Derrick Rose.
or Grant Hill?
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Right
Dude
before he
was
got
amazing,
injured,
man.
youngest MVP.
Dude was amazing.
Right before. He was going up for some acrobatic type stuff. Then he was like, ha ha ha. And then he planted his knee wrong. And
He was one of
flopped in the air like
he got me rooting for the Bulls again.
I am going
got
to
me rooting for the
say
Bulls again.
Penny Hardaway.
blasphemy.
Penny?
That's what I was going to say.
I am going to say
That's
Penny.
what I was going to say.
Petty?
Say Hardaway.
Petty.
No, not Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway would have been great, but not like D Rose, man.
I am not happy. No.
Penny Hardaway had a
Nah.
more.
It's not a good day.
Penny Hardaway had a more well-rounded game than Derrick Rose.
Man.
Derrick Rose was known as a slasher. Penny Hardaway had the whole game. You talking about a 6'8", 6'9" point guard who could shoot the J, take you to the hole,
Magic.
post you up, like you said, like Magic, but better because he had a better offensive game.
Man, nah.
I go
Because-
Hardaway, too.
Because if D Rose didn't get hurt, it would have been 2 more rings. 2.
Okay.
2.
How many?
2.
Oh, okay.
Would have been 8 times.
Oh.
8-0. Undefeated. Never lost.
All day.
All day. Not a game.
By myself.
So you feel the Bulls would
On
have
the
won.
block. Hold it down.
So you saying the Bulls
had a decent
would have
squad,
would
you
have
know, he had
beaten-
Bulls
they
had
had-
that squad, boy.
Yeah.
But you still saying that they would have beaten the Heat.
Yes.
I mean, because Derrick Rose was healthy that first year when
Took them
LeBron.
all the way to 7 games.
But who won the series?
The Heat, and then what they do in the finals. LeBron froze up. That was fourth quarter freeze, Bron, right there. I wouldn't have been worried about it. I wouldn't have been worried about it. That brother
Interesting.
changed his name from LeBron James to Waldo when the fourth quarter came around.
Big Boss says it's a difference between career ended to injury and injury prone.
Yeah, definitely. But we're just talking about if injuries hadn't played a role in any of their careers. who
Because
would've
that
had
was the
better
first
career.
domino to fall for D Rose and
Yeah,
dominoes that are injuries.
right.
And now he playing for the damn
I'm
Pistons.
trying to think what is stronger, a domino or Derrick Rose's leg.
Hold on, here it is. Hold on. No. No, wait.
gotta figure it out this time.
Okay. So what's stronger?
That's
a
so
feather
wrong, man.
or Michael Porter Jr.'s leg?
Woo, the
Oh,
feather, the
I got the
feather.
feather.
Oh, Lord.
Hey,
Especially
hey,
this one is still.
I already
still
told
in it,
you.
still got the
I already
sign in
told you.
here.
I gave up on him.
He get up out of bed. He woke up out of bed. I done sprained my knee again.
Hey, he like,
My
I'm
sciatica-
hurt.
Right.
I'm hurt. I'm out.
As soon as he opened his eyes, ah, damn it.
My sciatica.
Big Boss
My
says.
L4, my L5.
Big Boss says Rose is injury prone.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He is.
You want to be started something? Got to be started something.
He ain't say no lie.
Man.
Facts.
Before that,
Sadly, it's a fact.
Before he tore his ACL, that brother was playing seasons, getting buckets. The ACL started it, and then everything just went downhill from there, man.
He was
That's
a
what
beast.
happens.
He's the guy that Westbrook is now. Like everybody.
Nah, he was better than
He's
Westbrook.
better.
No. I'm saying
His game.
everyone was
I was
saying
defending Westbrook for a point.
Right.
But I don't do that.
You said they were crazy.
No, Rose over Westbrook.
Oh no, yeah.
Now
What I'm saying is that what Westbrook is now was what everybody was saying Rose was at that time, and pretty much followed behind.
Okay, I follow you.
Right.
I follow you.
I mean, but even then, D Rose still.
But
had
you know,
that,
the difference
with
is
the game on the line. D Rose still had that killer at the end.
No, there is no difference. I was gonna say MVPs, but Westbrook won MVP.
And Derrick Rose.
And
won
Derrick
one.
Rose.
Derrick Rose was the youngest though.
Right.
Big Boss says the heart of a player lies in how they overcome injury. Every player meets injury in their career.
You know what? I agree
Ask
with
Greg
you.
Oden.
Damn, I agree with you, which is why I bring
That's
up.
a low blow, man. Why you gotta bring that?
No, wait.
That man didn't do nothing to
Which is why when
nobody.
Derrick Rose finally came back from all these injuries when he was 100% healthy, that boy dropped 50 for the first time. And I cried. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn. I cried because he did it, and I cried because he could have done it with the Bulls. But goddamn office.
Right.
That's my other forever idiot of the week. The Bulls front office.
Who were the Bulls playing that game when D Rose hurt his knee the second time?
The second time.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I lost count.
Because he oh damn.
I lost count after the first.
Because he came back, and then that next year they were doing good until the first game of the playoffs. Then he hurt his knee again.
Yeah, that was his that first game of the playoffs was his MVP year. That was the year after he won MVP. And he had little small injuries and stuff. And then the big one was the ACL.
Big Boss says I'll take D Wade in his prime over Rose all day.
I don't think Big Boss was here when we did our number 3 conversation.
I don't think you would.
Yeah, Big Boss. We had a conversation in regards to the better number 3. D Wade, Chris Paul, and Al Iverson.
Man, hold on. So you gonna take D Wade in his prime over D Rose? Can somebody please name the super mega star player that D Rose played with? Can somebody name him?
I mean, he played with LeBron. Half a season.
Come on.
It's facts.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Pre-ACL. Gotta get technical with your ass.
You asked the question.
That's true.
Who'd he play with?
You asked the question.
He didn't have that, but they were all great role players, but he didn't have that star player to play with him.
Oh, wait a minute. D Wade did win a ring before playing with LeBron, didn't he?
Yeah,
Sure
but him
did.
and Shaq.
But he had
But
Shaq.
Shaq was down. Shaq was going down too.
No.
No, that was like the year after.
Shaq still has some steam left.
Great.
Shaq still has some steam left.
That was the
Shaq
year he left
Shaq
LA.
was not.
Right, yeah.
Shaq was not Lakers Shaq.
That was the year after he left. That was the year after he left. He got that ring, bro.
He was.
Shaq was
That's
good, man.
what ended
He was
the reason
aight.
He got those
He
rings
was aight.
in LA.
He was
Shaq
aight.
or Kobe.
He was alright.
I say
Shaq went
after
on
he
and
won
did
the
it. It was
ring
that-
in with the Heat, then that's when he started.
He was alright.
That was the dwindle because he only played after that with a team for like 1 year.
But y'all can't tell me that D Wade didn't take over that series.
No, I thought he was the better player
Yeah.
on that team,
Yeah.
but he still played with a healthy Shaq. He still played with a dominant Shaq, but he was the best player on that team.
If anything, D Wade rode on coattails to his championship.
You said who?
He rode on coattails
Who?
to his championship.
D-Wade.
D-Wade.
No, he didn't. That first championship, he was the best player on
Right.
that team.
D Wade did take over that series.
He was the best
Like
player on that team.
the way that LeBron was possessed that game against Boston when he was with the Heat.
When he murdered Jason Terry.
D Wade was
D
like
Wade was
that.
in some kind of zone.
Hey.
That's the first time I heard
Right.
about D Wade.
After what was it? They were
I'm
down.
like, who is
they
this?
were down
who is this guy,
3-1.
Dwayne Wade.
Game 5
Let
and
him know.
on. It was all D
Was that
Wade.
his second season in the league?
No, it was like
No, he
like
ain't
third or
been in a
fourth
while.
season.
Third or fourth
Yeah,
season.
something like that.
You been there for a while.
That was the first time I heard of Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wade came in as the franchise player and they built a ship.
Yeah.
Big
They
boss.
built around
He
him.
only came in as a franchise player because it's easy to say Wade County, Dade County. It was right there. It was marketable, and they made it work.
So is it my what ifs?
Yeah.
Well, I've got a couple. What if this entire NBA season nobody got hurt and we got to see all of these dynamic duos play together, play healthy, play against each other. Nurkic comes back, so Denver has him, and like, what if we just had an injury less? And
Man, it would be one of the
Who
greatest
was it?
seasons in NBA history. It'd be
Yeah,
one of the
that's
greatest
right. Yeah.
competitive seasons in NBA
Portland,
history.
sorry.
It'd be most exciting. It'd be one of them. It would be like a notable year for the NBA as a league.
Yeah.
If Nurkic comes back healthy and doesn't get injured, I'll say watch out for Portland. Because they low key made some nice moves for their team. For
To
their
build
team.
some depth so that they have
For
more
their
than just
team.
those three.
Yeah.
I mean, if fully healthy,
But when they got Hassan Whiteside, I was like, what?
if fully healthy, no injuries, I'll still have the Lakers going all the way. Because you have a healthy AD.
Oh, with no injuries?
Yes.
Ugh,
Yes.
That's ugly.
Yes.
No injuries.
Yeah, Lakers.
A
No
healthy AD, a healthy Boogie, a healthy LeBron.
Because even, look,
Oh, a healthy boogie. Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
back in Sacramento,
two years ago,
yeah, back in Sacramento.
2 years
Boogie.
ago, everyone was saying he was the best center in the game
Yeah.
because he was healthy, he was playing, he was dominant. Now you're probably gonna say Embiid, you know, yeah, probably Embiid is probably gonna be is currently the best center in the game. Provide. No, he a forward.
He's a forward.
he's
Provide y'all thoughts
22.
on who the best center in the game is right now in y'all mind. I say it's Embiid.
Doesn't Jokic play center?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might go Jokic.
I can't think of any
And it's
dominant.
Jokic, you got to put some respect on his head.
I'm still spoiled from back in the day when they really had some dominant centers.
Like when they had real
true-
centers.
All right, man. Forget about Kareem for a second.
Honorable mention.
I ain't saying Kareem.
Montrezl Harrell.
Maybe I want to say Elijah Wan or Patrick Ewing or somebody.
or David
He plays
Robinson.
at the 5.
No, but we
Nah,
talking
I
about
wouldn't say
like
David
straight up. You
Robinson.
ain't playing
I
nothing.
wouldn't
but the
say David
5.
Robinson.
When they put you in the game, you playing the 5. You ain't playing the 4. You playing the 5. You don't know no other number but 5. When you go to court, you plead the 5th. That's how much you are a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. That's how much.
Gotcha.
Big Boss says insurance companies will be happy.
Yep.
And then he says, I would bet
No
$1,000 Toronto would have not won
If what?
if everybody was healthy last year.
Oh, yeah, fact.
Oh, last year, yeah.
I mean, Clay was hurt.
Or this
so-
past season, should I say.
Girl, don't let it go.
Warriors would have won that one.
If Clay so hurt, why he out here spit? Why
what
he
if
out here
Clay-
spitting
Who was
Space
that?
Jam?
Who was that? Your girl
what if
Lethal.
Clay was
Let it
hurt?
go. Let it go.
Let it
go.
What
Shouts
if
out
Clay
to you.
hadn't gotten hurt last year? And then my last, and then yes, we did see Taco fall. That was hilarious. But did you also see him take out that like guard that tried
Right.
to
Oh, yeah, he-
take a charge from him? He slid
murdered
out
him.
of the camera shot. That was hilarious. And then my last what if is what if next time I see y'all, I'm a 3-time national champion.
Why you saying what if?
Right.
Say what I mean,
Speak
it's
it
gonna
into
happen.
existence.
What if can actually happen?
That's the waste of a what if because we know what's gonna happen. See, you
I
out
was
here
trying to end the
you
show
out here just
high.
wasting
If you
stuff.
could, sir.
You out here
Sir.
just wasting it.
For those of you who are also who have not seen previous shows where I've been on, stay and just
Please watch them shows too. You'll love them.
Oh yeah.
Just wasting it. It's
anyway.
supposed to be something that we're not entirely sure that'll happen. We know that's gonna happen. Dang.
Oh my goodness.
What is who is the team that you're playing this weekend?
We are playing the Detroit Dark Angels.
And what's their record?
Not as good as ours.
Sounds demonic. The Detroit Dark Angels.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what they're going for.
They come into creepy Catholic music.
To Druid music from The Undertaker.
All right. Well, everyone, that has been our show. 2 hours and almost 40 minutes, and it has
Lord.
been nothing but fun. Now she says that it's her last show, but I have a feeling it's not going to be. But we do thank you.
We
for having
got technology and stuff and
We gonna make it happen.
phones and everything.
Right.
No.
But
It sounds so old. We got
Right.
technology.
And
Phone,
phones.
phone.
And we got phones.
we got smartphones now.
And we got
We got
that.
fax
And
machine.
laptops.
Fax machine.
We got telegraphs, telegrams. We got
Right.
them FaceTime doohickeys.
We got
And
them
we got smoke
internet.
signals.
We got all them internets.
And we got
Hey,
pigeons.
hey, Berg, come on.
Right, and we got pigeons.
So with that being said, Annie, it was great to have you back on the
Thanks
show.
for having me
Yeah.
back on the show. It's always great to be here with you guys.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments throughout the show. Still showing love. Over 2 hours and a half. Going strong tonight. This is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Make sure y'all share this video with the peoples. Have them to subscribe on YouTube. Click on that
Bell, baby.
because once we go live,
You'll be notified.
see y'all next week. It's your boy Smooth.
And Sadal.
And stand, baby.
And Annie, 3-time national champion.
Oh!
See, she got it.
Because when it's about sports,
It becomes our business.
And business just picked up, man.
one more time. What you gonna say to him? One more time.
say it.
3
Okay,
times.
I think you're doing too much.
Okay. I tried. All right. We out.
It's not the Beetlejuice effect.
Power up on them.
See you next week.
Peace.